Coming low and then I send them. Don't take shit to be a killer. Even the church I was filled with sinners. Me myself I was filled with clip. They got it on me in LA. I'm choppy too. Wild. Nah, fuck, I don't drive in 50 like on Yannis. You fucking up my finest. You hear the bitch, I'm a problem. Right? Oh, you hear the bitch, I'm a pro. How I asked the gang was bouncing out that flame, but he don't know. They say like it's a gang, I treat shit like yeah, it's not the scope. On the ground, that boy go. Behind that, his ass post. Hey, starting to realize I'm that nigga. Even the church I was filled with sinners. Me myself I was filled with clip. They got it on me in LA. I'm choppy too.
Since a kid I been that nigga. 16 with 6 figures. I go AP Paddock Richard. G Swerve, big spender. Buy a lamb, pull off, go tenant. Phone him, try to get me to spin it. Fuck these pussies, I don't feel them. If he move, drench, kill him. I got mad love in the trenches, but I ain't been back in a minute. I been on the road and fucking hoes and counting checks and litness. Beat the streets, I ducked the senses. Told the Chris Vec jumping fences. Told my mama quit her job, cause we don't need no fucking pension. If it's smoke, better pay attention. Lil' bro, stay on go, he ain't missing me. Block 23, gotta switch an extension. And you a dog, but tweets don't mention me. If you ain't with it, you still can get it. When you gon' realize I'm that nigga? Made it out without a scratch. From his baby A's gonna war with gorillas. Ski.
Starting to realize I'm that nigga. Coming low and then I send them.
Hey, I'm starting to realize I'm that nigga.
Church I was filled with sinners. Me myself I was filled with clip. They got it on me in LA. I'm choppy too.
Wild Leonard. Song, cause I got a tweet. Hold on. Yeah, XO. I moved. Let me throw shuffle on real quick. See if something that I like come up. Good morning to everybody that's in here, by the way. Let me run this. Good morning. Good morning to every single body that's in here. If I'm lagging I'm probably gonna be lagging, y'all. I didn't check on the service, the internet service, to be honest. So if I lag, it's gonna be like Friday. I'll improve it for tomorrow's show and so forth on down. Good morning, everybody that's in here. Welcome back to another daily Facts and Stats show, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time until we are back on Thursdays, literally coming up within the next 2 weeks. So we're going to be here Monday through Friday. As of right now, as of this week, it still will not be a show on Thursday, so keep that in mind. But going forward, though, probably starting like that 20th, something like that, whatever week that is, we'll be back on Monday through Friday. Talking about all sports. This is the last day where we get to talk about all the teams in the NFL for the most part. My team included. Our season is over. Very, very unfortunate. Obviously, we're going to get into that. We're going to get not only get into that game, but start the show with that game. I'm going to go get my Facts and Stats post. I'm going to get my Lamar Jackson thing. I'm going to slap that joint behind me. So I'm always still repping Facts and Stats, always still repping Lamar and the Ravens. And yeah, we're going to start the show with that. And then after that, we're going to talk about the games from Saturday with the Seahawks being the number 1 seed. Panthers, I expected them to make the playoffs still because I thought the Falcons were going to beat the Saints. So the Panthers are in the playoffs. They helped me win some bets, though. Not winning 9 games. But here nor there. If this is your first time in here, especially watching on YouTube, make sure you'll hit the thumbs up button on this video for me. That helps the algorithm out for anybody that's surfing on YouTube to come across Facts and Stats. Also, if you're willing to extend your support for the platform, make sure you'll hit that subscribe button. Feel free to send super chats and or super thanks. And more importantly, to show that you're rocking me on a month-to-month basis, make sure y'all become a member if you're not a member. We have 22 members right now at this moment. Would love to hit 25 sooner rather at some point this month. I'll just say that. The link to become a member is in the description on this video. The link to becoming a member is in the description on this video. And then to my Twitch folks that's watching on Twitch, as I'm seeing y'all talking about stuff in the chat, my Twitch folks, 96 subs. Thank y'all for all that support. A lot of that obviously is gifted subs, so thank y'all for that. But if you want to extend support for the platform on the Twitch side of things, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. I will greatly appreciate that. And or gift a sub or two. And we got one more month to talk about the NFL, at least for right now. Probably not gonna pick up the NFL again until like April. Excuse me, after this upcoming month. So that's that. I see my first question in the chat, and also my first resub as well for the day. Let me fix my soundboard real quick. First question in the chat, first resub of the day. Hold on. First and foremost, shout out to Fredo. Had to fix this. Let's go. My dog Fredo. Is it true? I wish I was on YouTube so I can pin that. Is it true that you bar y'all with delete facts and stats if y'all lost? No. I do not recall that. That's a lie. I didn't bar that. I probably said it. I didn't bar it though. I would make that very clear. Ravens suck some ass for sure. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pin the Discord on YouTube. I'm also going to pin the Discord on Twitch. Again, if I'm lagging up here, this will be the last day. This will be a thing. I will work on to improve the sound settings. I said the sound settings, the way I look in a second. But long as y'all can hear me clearly, that's what matters the most. Long as y'all can hear me clearly, that's what matters the most. I'm going to go ahead and drop this Discord link on YouTube. I'm also going to drop this Discord link. Well, it's going to get dropped into Twitch in a second. Let's see. And happy Monday to everybody that's in here. And if it's my first time talking to you this year so far, happy New Year as well. Praying for you, brother Ev. I appreciate it. Shit, all prayers are good for me. All prayers are good, brother. Listen, too. Yeah, I know y'all can hear me. All prayers are good prayers, brother. I don't feel no type of way. Like, y'all gotta understand, I don't feel no type of way right now. Trust and believe. Nigga, I felt a type of way for 30 minutes tops. And if y'all may be real with y'all. And I felt a type of way for 30 minutes tops. Josh, appreciate the gift of sub. Let's go. And that's it. That's it. I'm watching the game, and I'm gonna start there first and foremost. I made a video. I didn't even get to upload it yet, but it's fine. I'm still gonna hit the same when I upload it later. I'm gonna start right here real quick. I I'm watching the game. I 100% thought the Ravens were going to win that game yesterday. I felt like Lamar Jackson was going to look good in that game. I felt like Derrick Henry was going to have a lot of success on the ground, especially with being his birthday and things like that, and how good he looked against the Packers the previous week. And he did that at least in the first half. At least he did that in the first half. So, a lot of the things that I thought also, and every time Zay Flowers played the Steelers, he had success early on in this year, yesterday, and yesterday's game. So, I'm like, all right, I think we'll be fine for the most part. Some of my sounds are coming late. I think we'll be fine for the most part. We start out 10-0. Shit looking cool. Shit feeling good. And offense still out. The offense still out. And I want to give Lamar tons of credit and tons of praise right here real quick because what he has to deal with is ridiculous, bro. Like, the Ravens had 3 issues the whole entire year. 3 big issues the whole entire year. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Offensive line issues. Defensive line / pass rush issues. Defense in general. The Ravens had 3 issues the whole entire season last year. And talk about some of the heroic plays that Lamar Jackson made in yesterday's game. A lot of that came because he had to make a way. He had to make a play because the offensive line, particularly in the fourth quarter, the offensive line, particularly number 77 and more, just not up to par. So the throw to Isaiah Likely on 4th down. The throw to Zay Flowers. Both throws to Zay Flowers. Everything that he did yesterday, it's like, what can they say now? You know what I'm saying? Like, he in the first half, obviously, like 2 of his balls were batted down. Shout out to Cam Hayward and shout out to Highsmith. Hayward, and TJ Watt, they all had good games in my opinion. And they all been in Pittsburgh for a little while now. So shout out to those 3 guys. I want to give them a shout out. I don't want to take none away from them. But second half, mainly in the fourth quarter, he turned it on when it mattered the most. And I think we just fell short. We got let down. You know what I'm saying? So Tyler Luke. Shit. First and foremost, again, Lamar Jackson made a play. He got that ball out right at the right time because if he did not, again, as soon as the ball was snapped, nigga, the pocket collapsed in literally 1 second. Literally, as soon as the ball was snapped, the pockets collapsed in 1 second. TJ Watt was right there. TJ Watt was this close. He got that ball out there, likely made a great catch. And the Ravens did something that I did not expect them to do. I said, okay, he catches the ball. I think it's like 12 seconds, 13 seconds left. We still got a timeout. I think we're going to run the ball with Derrick Henry, try to get 2-3 yards if we can, right? If anything, just run it up the middle, right? Even then, if you want to drop your nuts a little bit, try to see if you can throw the ball and get out of bounds, right? On some short shit. That probably was possible as well. They said, you know what? F that. We're going to nail the ball right in the center. I understand. We're going to go with this kicker, and we're going to see what Tyler Luke do. I joined the Discord. I said, watch what my rookie kicker do. 100%. Watch what my rookie kicker do. You know what I'm saying? I was confident in Luke. Pete Carroll just got fired. My goodness. I was confident in Luke. You know what I'm saying? And I saw a tweet today that I don't know if it was real. I don't know if it's accurate. I don't know if it's true. But I think inside of 50 yards, probably not true. But inside of 50 yards, he was 29 out of 29 this year. So, yeah, no, I don't think they did not run the ball because of Henry fumbling issues. I don't think that was it at all. I think John Harbaugh was scared. I think there's no way in that situation you don't trust Lamar and or Henry to try to make a play. Whether that's Lamar throwing the ball, like I said, to the outside and or Henry just trying to run it for 2-3 yards. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, nigga. It would not have mattered anyway. So I don't want to make it about the Neil thing. It did not matter. That nigga kicked that shit wide right. Billy Cundiff wide left. Tyler Luke wide right. I've been a Ravens fan for 20 plus years. Bro. So it's like, nigga, it is what it is at this point, to be honest. I still get to watch good football. The team that I got to make the Super Bowl is still alive. It wasn't the Ravens. So, you know, I just got to deep down it wasn't the Ravens. I just got to enjoy football now. But I see another. Did you really think y'all can make a Super Bowl run? Nah, not really. Obviously, the fan of me, but realistically, no. Nigga, the Ravens would have got terrorized next week against Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson, and company. Just to be real, so it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Do I be lying for the show? Bro, you can say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say, brother. Believe what you want to believe, brother. You know, I was confident in the guys, but you know, Z Farm, hold on. Let me hit. I'm gonna talk to Z Farm in a second. LMFAO, the fucking back pedal. DMAC Wake 316. The audacity. You talking about back pedal? You? I'm gonna save that. Where I'm at. Also, we play a couple of my ops next year. We play the Texans next year. We play the Panthers next year. Don't really view BJ and the Saints as the ops, but you know we play a couple of my ops next year. Cannot wait to see the Texans next year, and I can't wait to step on the Panthers next year. I'm reading all the comments. Not gonna lie, you look defeated, bro. Far from. I felt this type of way for 30 minutes yesterday. 30 minutes tops. When Tyler Luke missed that field goal, nigga, I left the Discord so fast. I tweeted out some tweets. Appreciate that resub, gang. I tweeted out. Let's go. Every year, Lamar gets fucking sold. This is truly sad. I'm done with football. F. Tyler Luke, Billy Cundiff all over. Defense terrible. Lamar, you tried. He did try. Not one person can come in here when y'all get on the stage today. Can't one person, Panther/Jada, can't one person come on here today and say Lamar did not try? Lamar did not give it all he could. Can't one person do that? Not one person. I didn't experience so much within the last 7 years alone. To where like it is what it is. I didn't expect us to lose to the Titans in 2019. I didn't expect that. Disappointing loss. We got our get back though, right? It is what it is. I didn't expect us to lose to the Chiefs AFC Championship. But guess what? We down 7-17. Mahomes strapped the whole second half. The whole entire second half. Full screen again. Mahomes just strapped the whole entire second half. But guess what, y'all? Zay Flowers fumbled the ball instead of the game being 14-7. And you know what the takeaway from that game is? Lamar Jackson threw an interception. It ain't nothing about Zay Flowers making it 14-7 and Lamar Jackson not even in that position to then have to force it to Isaiah Likely. It's Lamar Jackson threw the interception. It's nothing about Zay Flowers fumbling the ball. It's Lamar Jackson threw the interception. That's the takeaway from that game, right? Fast forward, leave that game alone now. We get to the Bengals game now. I don't put much on the Bengals game, but Tyler Huntley tried to make a dive attempt 10 yards out. Tyler Huntley tried to dive from 10 yards out. Shoulda, woulda, coulda won that game. Last year now, I'm going down the timeline. Last year now, Mark Andrews he did fumble. Fumbles in the fourth quarter. Mark Andrews drops a 2-point conversion. And you know what the takeaway from that game is? Lamar Jackson shouldn't have threw an interception in the first half. If I'm lying, I'm flying. These are the takeaways. So now you fast forward to yesterday's game now. And I'm walking down the timeline with y'all. I'm breaking every single thing down with y'all. You walk down to yesterday's game now, and like I said, I can't even say bad first half from Lamar because the way the Ravens went, we went with run. So everything went through Derrick Henry, and then the offense, in my opinion, second quarter, mid-second, towards the end of the second, third quarter, got a little predictable. And when you in third and long situations, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, whatever the case may be, then obviously we dropping back and throwing the ball, right? And like I said, credit to Hayward, Highsmith, TJ Watt. They did a great job when it comes to deflecting the ball down. I think that happened like 2-3 times. One of them was an interception for TJ Watt that ended in some points for them. I think they got 3 or 7 on that drive, whatever it was. But yeah, so I'm not taking it away from them. But in that second half, mainly the fourth quarter, when he had to make the plays, he did that. I saw one of his haters type in the Discord chat. One of his haters, I'm not saying no names, just one of his haters, type in the Discord chat. That's what MVPs fucking do. But then we'll get on here and bash Lamar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be so confused with y'all. Like, that's what MVPs do in private, but in public, oh, he had to do this. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. He didn't do this. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. Fast forward, we now got the 14th pick in the draft, I believe. I'm super duper excited for that. We got to address some of the issues that we got. Defensive line been a problem the whole entire year. Offensive line been a problem the whole entire year. And, oh, also, the whole entire game changed when Kyle Hamilton went out. I mean, ding, 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 ding. Did we forget? The whole entire game changed when Kyle Hamilton went out. The facts are the facts. Ardarius Washington got cooked. Marlon Humphrey got cooked. Awuzie, on my soul. I'm watching the game, and I'm listening to the broadcast. And whoever was calling the game, I can't remember. Whoever was calling the game, they said, Calvin, on my soul. They said Calvin Austin is lined up to the bottom by himself. I said, shit. That's not Nate Wiggins' side. Because Nate Wiggins obviously played it right, if you know. Nate Wiggins played it right. Nate Wiggins will follow, too. But Nate Wiggins typically played it right. I said, shit. All right. Bro, literally the same exact play on my soul. It was a touchdown to Calvin Austin. Double move. Awuzie slips and fall. By the way, I think that might have been third down. Single coverage over there. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson gave the Ravens a chance over and over and over in that fourth quarter. The defense let him down. Again, I'm going to say that again. Lamar Jackson gave the Ravens a chance over and over and over in that fourth quarter, and the defense let him down. You know what I mean, Shaggy, when you're watching the TV. Come on now, don't be a douchebag, man. I know I'm lagging. Lamar Jackson, I can't make this up. And nigga, yeah, I'm going to keep talking. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at the screen. Y'all see it? Look at the screen. I'm going to let that slip right there for like 30 more seconds. Look at the screen. And I'm about to hit the Discord, y'all. Look at that screen. When Nightbot posted Discord, can somebody pin it, please? When Nightbot posted Discord, can somebody pin it, please? She probably about to post in like a minute or two. All right, y'all. So that is that. I think I spoke on everything that I wanted to speak on. I'm now about to hit the Discord, and I'm here for all the laughs, the joke. Well, I don't even know what y'all can say, really, to be honest. A lot of y'all punched on me when we lost to the Patriots and said we weren't making the playoffs. We didn't make the playoffs. The other 3 quarters don't matter. Yeah, the first quarter was the Derrick Henry quarter. The second and third quarter, the offense stalled out. Lamar Jackson wasn't like he was having misses. Like, it wasn't like he was having misses. Balls got batted down like 2 times. What is Lamar Jackson final stats? I don't even know. Hold on. What was Lamar Jackson final stats? I legit don't even know. Like what he completed from the field. He was 11 for 18. Like 3 balls got batted down. So that's 11 for 15, 14. And then that DeAndre Hopkins pass attempt where DeAndre Hopkins stopped. That's two incompletions, buddy. It's not like Lamar Jackson was throwing bad balls. The first quarter was a run game. Third quarter, the offense stalled out. And they got too predictable, in my opinion, and that allowed Pittsburgh defense to get comfortable. This is literally what happened. Can nobody come up here and say Lamar Jackson had a bad game? You didn't watch the game if you did. It's really just that simple, to be honest. I think I'm done now. I'm about to go ahead and hit the Discord. Said everything I needed to say. Hold on. Lamar got to come to the frame that tweet and put it on your wall like his jersey. Is that a Lions fan talking to me? That's a Lions fan making jokes? You never... Hold on, wait. You never in your life saw your team do shit ever in your whole entire life. You are 29 years old, and you never in your life saw your team do shit. Ever. Never will see your team do shit. You talking to me? Nigga, I'm a Ravens fan. We always better than y'all. Humble the fuck up. I can't even tell you to humble up. Nigga, you got some ways to go. You better chill. Straight up. Can't nobody talk to me crazy. Shout out to the Chiefs. That's it. But anybody else? Y'all, what can y'all say to me? Shout out to the Eagles too. What can y'all say to me? Y'all better chill the fuck out. Fuck y'all talk about, nigga. Let me hit the Discord, man. Lions fan talking about this. And by the way, PSA, y'all know I am gonna lag throughout, but as long as y'all can hear me good, we are cool. Shout out to the Steelers too, Sly. Y'all beat us twice this year. Y'all swept us. All right, let me hit this Discord. Let me put my headphones on. Hit this Discord. Nah, man, like, nigga, like, a Lions fan talking to me like that? Like a Lions fan talking to me? Yeah, I didn't see my team do shit. I said they was going all week. Okay, and you had us winning the game too, brother. So they proved us all wrong. The Ravens proved us all wrong. Literally every single one of us. They proved us all wrong. Literally, brother. Good luck in the draft, though. Let me hit this Discord. Facts, John Doe. He talk about sub. He talk about sub. Nigga, they proved us all wrong. What can y'all say? Y'all all picked the Ravens to win. I did as well. I 100% thought the Ravens were going to win that game. 100%. All right, Discord is now live. Y'all, I am giving the floor and the stage to Z-Farm first. Do not interrupt Z-Farm. If you interrupt Z-Farm, you will get server muted. Let Z-Farm speak first. Z-Farm also appreciate that shout out in the space yesterday. It was too popping. I think I had like my service went out. My service went out when I came back. I was like, there's no point to join back the stage. So it is what it is. But keep doing your thing, bro. You took over the whole entire Ravens community. And you're doing big things with that. And I'm glad that there's a platform and a space that Ravens fan can go to and talk amongst each other. Let me see. I swear Lamar, the Swag X Dave. This is an interesting. I've never seen you comment in here before. I swear Lamar, the only quarterback that has to play the whole game just for the critics to stay quiet. Not Pat, not Allen, not Hurts. Hashtag blame Lamar. Nigga bingo. 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 Hey, bruh. Hey, bruh. Hey, bruh. Hey, bruh. Hey, bruh. I don't even know this dude. And he just said that. Lamar Jackson is the only quarterback that has to play the whole game just for the critics to stay quiet. Nigga, if that ain't a fact, nigga. Nigga, if that ain't a fact. Nigga, if that ain't a fact, nigga. Lamar Jackson got to play niggas, look, the first thing Black said was, what happened quarter 1 through 3? The first thing Black said was, what happened quarter 1 through 3? When you think about the Bills game, what happened in the first half? When you think about the Chiefs game, but he threw an interception. Bro, he's the only on me. Swag X Dave, thank you for that message, brother. I don't even know you, but I appreciate you. Real shit, nigga. We locked in now, nigga, because that is a fact. I cannot wait to hear what the people got to say today. Because what can they say? Bro, listen, it's, bro, on me. They don't even care what I know about this community. And y'all rapping. So what? Let me check my soundboard. All right, I'm good. What I notice about this community, bruh, they don't even be wanting to bash the Ravens for real. Nigga, that shit stem from Lamar. They want to bash Lamar. That's it. Number 8. Not 77, not 44, not John Harbaugh, not whoever, not Bateman, by the way, not whoever. It start with 8, it end with 8. Lamar. That's it. Watch football more, y'all. Appreciate the game more. Appreciate greatness more. I want to say that to y'all. Let me respond to this last comment before I hit Discord. Wait, not trying to be funny, Ev. Genuinely asking because I'm a little confused. Is Lamar not supposed to play a good enough game, or does the fourth quarter erase his semi-bad first half. Again, Lamar Jackson first half was not great. But if you watch the game script was feed King Henry, especially in that first quarter, guys. Henry, I think, had over 100 yards in the first quarter. If not, he hit that mark early in the second. That was the Ravens' game plan or gameplay in the first half. And niggas forget, he threw a touchdown in the first half. Like, do niggas forget that touchdown to Tez Walker was in the first half? On a beautiful ball? Why is that throw forgotten about? Why is that play forgotten about? Did that come in the fourth quarter too? Did it? Did that play come in the fourth quarter? Hello? Nobody want to type in the chat now? Did that play come in the fourth quarter? Now nobody want to type in the chat. Fuck out of here. Niggas make it seem like Lamar Jackson had a bad first half. No, he did not. It was not as good as the fourth quarter because it was not Lamar Jackson having the ball. Nigga, it was Derrick Henry and then bad offensive play calling in the midway second. And also, we just got strapped in the third quarter, to be honest. Shout out to the Steelers. So, it is what it is. If niggas want to talk about balls being batted down or balls being batted down and one of them turned into an interception, if that equals bad first half to them, so be it. I'm not debating that. Did he have a bad game? I want anybody to, when y'all come up on the stage, did Lamar Jackson have a bad game? It ain't about the Ravens to y'all. Nah, you good, Lorenzo. You good. You good. If that was a semi-bad first half, I would then agree. It is what it is. We cool. I think he was like 4 out of 8 with like 50 yards, something like that, and probably an interception. So I'm with you. So let's go ahead and get into the Discord. My bad. I saw that comment and I had to react. In my opinion, he was a 7 out of 10. It's fair. That's average. That ain't bad, nigga. If anybody come up here, yeah, I'm gonna say, thank you, Lorenzo. I'm gonna say, yo, y'all, what was Lamar 1 out of 10? I bet you can't nobody say below a 7. Cause in school, for me, a 7 out of 10 is 70%. That's average, nigga. Let me know. Joe, he had an okay/good game for sure. I agree. All right, let's go ahead and hit the Discord now. Again, Z Farm, if whenever he joins y'all, I will pass my brother the ball, and also Miss Gina. I will pass her the ball as well. And then I will then listen to everyone that has anything to say in regards to the Ravens and Steelers game. Thank y'all so much for supporting the show. If this is your first time watching, make sure y'all hit that follow button on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. And we're going to go ahead and get into everything right now. I see a couple of 6s in the chat. Cool. Shout out to y'all. All right, Z-Farm, pull up, brother. Pull up, brother Z-Farm. Pull up, brother Z-Farm. Pull up, brother Z-Farm. Whoa, I got to make my Discord smaller.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir, brother. Appreciate you.
Wow.
Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, I'm not mad about last night. In fact, I'm kind of joyous that it's over. It sucks that it happened to the Steelers. I think I kind of made that apparent this week. I didn't want it to happen to the Steelers. If this was the Browns, the Bengals, quite literally any other team, I'd be thrilled. But losing to the Steelers always sucks the next morning. But yeah, last night, just I guess people want to put the blame on Lamar, and I can't say I kind of get it, but if you want to say he had a bad first half, I don't think he had a bad first half. He had an okay first half, but if you look at the circumstance and you look at the position we put him in, we really didn't need him in the first half. Derrick Henry averaged 10 yards a carry on 15 carries, and Lamar was 4 for 6. So in that first half, we really didn't need Lamar. We were working the run game perfectly. We were chewing the clock good, and defense was great in the first half. I actually made a tweet last night that Orr looked great. Orr was calling a good game, and Kyle was all over the field, and defense looked very good. And then once that 2-minute drill hit for Pittsburgh, which they didn't score on, but they got really close, I was like, man, something changed. And I got a little worried in the second half. I'm not gonna lie. I said in the halftime space that I said there's a chance we lose this game. And that second or that 2 minute drill that we they had in the first half, it kind of showed me something's gonna change. And of course, literally the first possession out of the halftime, they score a touchdown on 12 plays. So, um, I again, people can put blame on Tyler Loop. I'm not going to do that. He's a rookie kicker. He was, I think you said the stat. It is true. He was perfect inside the 50 this year. But he should have never been in that position. I don't feel he should have been put in that position. Obviously, you are a football player. You are paid a contract to be put in certain positions like that. But the defense had two chances to get stops after really good plays by Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, and the defense just got owned last night in the second half. They gave up 3 points in the first half, and you gave up 23 in the second. That's inexcusable. It's very inexcusable. Um, but yeah, I mean, again, I'm not mad about this result. This result, it was either lose last night or lose next week, and I said that was going to happen, and um, yeah, it's on the next year. They're talking about firing coordinators. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it's Orr, if it's Munkin. We know who the problem is. So, um, yeah, shit like that's gonna happen, and we're on the next year. There's nothing much to say. Kyle got hurt. Really, that's when the game changed. I felt fully, but that 2 minute drill in the first half was a major change, and it felt like a shift was happening in that game. And unfortunately, we weren't able to bounce out of the half as strong as I thought we were. So yeah, defense to me is the main reason why we lost this game. Loop can miss a kick all he wants, but if a defense gets a stop, we're kneeling the ball out instead of driving down the field and kicking a field goal. So it is what it is. We move on to next year.
Yeah, I think before D-Mac go, appreciate you being up here as well. I think that answers what Jordan Wood, because he had some questions as you were just talking towards the end. He said, not Lamar fault, not the kicker fault. Bruh, 44-yard field goal and he gets no blame. That's insane. I think you just answered that with pointing to the defense as the main problem in regards to why the Ravens lost this game. And I wonder if anyone disagrees with that, to be honest, because time and time again, they came down and scored a touchdown when it mattered or when they needed to, and we didn't get a stop. Especially when they didn't have no timeouts and we didn't get a stop. Like that's just so bad, bro. Keep everything in front of you. It was 24-20. Like that's horrible.
They do this with every loss, and you know this. You watch every game. They get into this soft zone bullshit where they just kind of play back. It really fucks with the pass rush. That's the reason why they had 30 sacks this year, 28th in the league, in that category. Um, yeah, I mean, just he should have made the kick. I'll say that, but I'm not going to put the blame on him when, again, he should have never been put in that position. Our defense should be able to create stops, and yeah, they were able to get stops in the first half, and you went into that soft zone shit in the second half. You got cooked. So shout out to Aaron Rodgers for capitalizing on that. Shout out to Tomlin for once again owning this coaching staff and just frankly playing chess with them when we're playing checkers. So yeah, I have nothing to say in terms of talent. Talent, I thought we had better talent, but that coaching that Tomlin has, the aura I would say he has around him and around our coaching staff, it can't be matched, and that's what wins these games for the Pittsburgh Steelers is Tomlin's coaching, is his ability to understand what Harbaugh does, what Monken does, what Orr does, and that's how Tomlin beats us. It's not because they have better talent. They had Pat Fryermuth Pat Fryermuth's got like Fryermuth, but they had Scotty Miller, a washed NVS, washed Thielen, Calvin Austin. He's a okay receiver in this league. That's inexcusable that we lost to that team last night, and inexcusable. That's not a good team over there. So, but like I said, it's on the next year. They got a lot of things to work on, a lot of re-signings to do, and hopefully some changes are made today. We'll see what happens later, but yeah, right now it's kind of silent. But I think they're doing a meeting at 12, just in a couple minutes, and doing cleanouts at 2. So we'll see.
And PSA, Z Farm did not have the Ravens being the Texans. I was one of the ones that had said that, but he definitely did not have that. D-Mac, I will give you the floor to say whatever you want to say, my brother. What's
Good
up,
morning,
Stephen
everybody.
O'Curry?
Uh, good to see everybody up here, Z Farm Ev. Um, I'm glad we're starting here because really this was the game that was consequential yesterday. Other things didn't really matter as much. Um, I think that the defense giving up 26 points to the Steelers team, and you can maybe excuse, I guess, what did they get off the turnover? Was it 3 or 7? I didn't
I
look at
can't
it.
remember. I think it was 3. Um, Let me interception for 3.
They kicked
Yeah,
a
so
field
they
goal.
yeah, so you excuse 3 of it. You can't give up 20 plus points to this team that's lacking DK Metcalf. That just can't happen. So defense, in my opinion, I'm going to give the most amount of blame as far as this game is concerned because that's a piss poor defensive effort, and the Ravens defense has struggled for the majority of this season, and that is the reality of the situation. And we can talk about that as well later on, but secondarily, I do think that you have to blame Tyler Loop. I would put him personally third, and I'll get to obviously who I'll have second. I think that, this is a very executable 44-yard field goal. That's why you were there. That possession wins you the game if you're able to succeed there. He's got to make that, and he's got to take some blame as a result of it. The second person, or the second thing that's going to be blamed is going to be Lamar Jackson. The reason why it's Lamar Jackson is because a 6 out of 10, a 7 out of 10 for your full game performance is not good enough with your season on the line. Not for the caliber of player that Lamar Jackson is, who I believe top 3 quarterback, point blank, period, who I have a lot of faith in as far as his talent is concerned. Obviously, we know he's dealt with some of the injuries this year. Some of that you can waive away due to that. I'm willing to excuse that. Specific points in this game, he did not come up big when he needed to early on in this game. Now, the fourth quarter was really great. Obviously, made some really good throws. The touchdown play to Zay Flowers, specifically being able to get through those 2 rushers, awesome play. And he deserves credit for being able to do that as well. However, when you go 4 out of your 7 possessions punt, and you go that also interception on top of it, you got to be able to take some blame. And it's the fact that you guys said, I know the stat line doesn't look great in the first half because we know Derrick Henry was running the ball well. Yes, but when Derrick Henry got stopped, he wasn't the guy that's supposed to elevate this offense to be able to get past that, or the offensive penalties, which were definitely a factor as far as that's concerned. He had opportunities to get them back into down and distances that would have given them a chance with a drop back opportunity, and he wasn't able to do that enough in the first 3 quarters. In my opinion, first half was mid. Some of the punch you can kind of excuse away with the untimely penalties. Third quarter was bad. Obviously, we know what went into that as well. He took some untimely sacks. One specific sack where they ended up loading the line of scrimmage. He did not come off the front side of that route combination fast enough. He could have had D Hop on an out on the backside. He did not get through that progression fast enough. Really bad sack that ultimately ended one of those possessions as well. He's got to take some blame here. That's just, I truly just think that when you are this caliber quarterback, and I've done it with Josh Allen. I did Josh Allen last year during that playoff loss as well. I should say 2023 specifically, but that one's a little bit more analogous. Done it with Patrick Mahomes throughout this season, specifically the Jaguars game. He threw the pick six. That was a massive piece of that game. He was not good enough in the first 3 quarters, even though they was lights out in the fourth quarter. You got to play that way for the majority of the game for me to say that, hey, I can escape you from blame when you're talking about this caliber quarterback. Lamar Jackson is thought of too highly. He has won too much in this league. He has been an MVP for a reason in this league multiple times over. He's too good of a player to have a 6 out of 10 game as the best player on the team and that be excused. All that being said, Ravens got a lot of things to fix. We know that. I'm not putting this season on Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying that Lamar Jackson's the reason why they're at the playoffs. But in this game, he absolutely needs to deserve blame. And he's second for me as far as the rankings are concerned for who is the reason why the Ravens were not able to pull out this contest.
Okay, before Amadou go, thank you, my brother. Let's talk about that first half a little bit. What was Lamar Jackson in the
I
first
take it
half?
possession by possession.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to
Yeah,
remember
so
He finished 4 for 6. I think he had 1 touchdown, 50-something yards.
because I remember these drives. One of them was the offensive holding on Linderbaum. I can't remember which one it was. I think probably was this one. It wasn't that.
that was the second
Oh,
quarter
this is the
one.
roughing. This is the
Yeah.
roughing the
Wait,
passer.
let's just take it. Let's go down. Let's go down possession by possession.
Okay,
Obviously,
so
touchdown, opening drive, really
right,
good opening drive. Second one, that
Henry,
3rd and 6,
right,
that 3rd and 6, that they gets to
the
because Derrick
sack.
Henry gets stopped after getting 4 yards on the first 2 carries. Which again, when Derrick Henry is not keeping your head at the sticks, then guess what? This is where Lamar Jackson has to be Lamar Jackson, get you over the hump and be able to keep the drive alive. 3rd and 6, they send that blitz up the middle. Running back initially picks it up, gives him enough time to get to the backside out, and he just doesn't. He just doesn't. He sticks on that front side just too long enough. By the time that he gets to it, he's got a man in his face. He can't get
Are
that
you
ball away.
home? Are you home
That's a
right
drive
now?
that's on me. In
Are
my
you
opinion.
are you home right now?
Yeah, yeah,
Are you able to pull that
yeah.
up?
You want me to put up? The
Yeah. So
I can't
yeah,
pull up a play.
please. Next drive, field goal. We're cool there.
Sure.
Okay. Next drive, punt. Lamar scrambled, penalty, offensive holding, come back. Henry's for 3 yards.
Right.
Bad call in my opinion on 1st and 20. But whatever it is, you want to see what they can get. Lamar Jackson sacked again. Highsmith.
They tried to set up. They tried to set up a screen here on that 2nd and 17. I think he could have got it to him early, but he pump faked because he saw the man. He didn't get the ball around him. Ultimately, I give it a little bit. Is half and half for this drive because the penalty set them behind. Is why I'm willing to say.
Yeah, he pumped.
No, I'm saying, but how many times have we seen quarterbacks do the sidearm because we know that the guy's going to jump in the air? We know that, and we've seen Lamar Jackson do it because he's a smart quarterback.
Sidearm to the right side of the field versus the left. Like that situation, I can't say, automatically he sort of thinks.
No, he squared his shoulder.
He's a human, bro. You think he's supposed to be just thinking, sidearm every single time? Like
no, but he's squared his shoulders to the running back. He's able to sidearm. I'm seeing him make this play, but I don't put this fully on him because the offensive holding put them significantly by the yards as far as that was concerned.
Okay, so then
I give him a little bit of blame. I don't completely blame him for this one, like I did the first one specifically.
Okay,
so that essentially ruled the drive after that sack.
Right, they said, "F it, we're gonna go Henry and then punt." After that, you come back down 5 plays. Henry again, incompletion to Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers was scared of contact in the middle of the field a little bit. Only got one hand on the ball.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson.
I don't blame much for this drive because the holding essentially ruined it after he had scrambled for the first down. So I'm like,
he made a
that's
play.
fine.
He made a play, made a big scramble. Holding brings it back. So therefore, you only looked at like one possession where you said D-Hop he had.
I said 1.5, because I do think that he deserves playing for the second one.
But he had 2 good offensive drives though in that half, correct?
He had one. I don't think he did much on the field goal drive.
Yeah, I mean, he had one good drive. Well, one okay. Whatever you feel. I just don't think you can give. I mean, you can give him some blame, but like again, him going, I think it was like 4 for 6, 57 yards.
Like you can remind.
And I think 3 of the other 3 were screens.
Field goal one. I'm pretty sure literally they just ran the ball the entire drive.
But that's the
like
point.
Lamar didn't.
That's the point.
But this is the thing. But this is my thing. I can't then give him credit for that.
Okay, yeah, fair. But then how are you?
But you can't.
This is the thing when I'm looking at the first half specifically because we can get to the third quarter too. I'm looking at one good offensive drive, which is the open one. One drive where I can't say anything about him. One drive where I got half blame on him, and then one where I got full blame on him because of the sack that he took on 36.
Can I please see that play now?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
I don't know if it was that one of the 3 sacks he took last night. It was dumb. That was really dumb. It wasn't him. Well, he does take some dumb sacks every once in a while, but
I think the one you talking about was in the second half. Yeah, I think it was in the
second
half.
It might have been. He tried to extend the play and he just got wrapped up. So
yeah, I think that was the third one that I didn't blame much on him personally.
I didn't like that. So, Mijin, I see you up here as well. You can get opportunity to talk about the game as well. Just want to go through this possession right here, or this see this play where we what is it again? D-Mac, is it the second punt or the first one? At 10-3. But either way, before as you're pulling it up potentially, either way, the problem is that, bruh, like I said, the offense, it was Henry, and then when that happened, like, what you speak to? Rightfully so, Henry.
But I said that I think that you could say that the Henry aspect of the game, and again, we talk about this with many times that we've had over the years. You can't say that they didn't run Henry enough. They did that. They ran him, and effectively, that did work for them very well, and it kept them ahead of the sticks. But that's where Lamar Jackson, if it doesn't work well, has to step up and get them out of that situation. That's the part of elevating.
In the third quarter, I'll probably lean you with you there, but in the first half, I can't say he had.
I think it was very. I think it was very mid. I don't think this. That's why I said it. Specifically in the first half, I think it was middle of the pack. I don't think that he was bad. I don't think he was good. I think that you could see that he had really good moments on the opening drive, second drive, or the second scoring drive. They didn't really need him that much. I get a little bit of blame on one of the punts. The other punt, I don't fully blame him for, but I do blame him for the 3rd and 6 sack specifically.
Okay, that 3rd and 6 sack.
So I think it's really up and down. It's a mixed bag as far as I'm concerned with that first half. But that third quarter was also bad in my opinion.
I may be wrong with this, and again, I think the number was 4 for 6, but I think he only had one pass past the line of scrimmage in the first half, and it was the touchdown pass to Walker. I could be wrong, but I think the other 3 completions were screens, and the 2 incompletions were either drops or. But maybe I'm wrong. But I think he did only have 1 pass past the line of scrimmage in the first half. So you can say it was a mid game. I don't think they. Again, I said it earlier. I don't think they needed him in the first half. Henry was averaging 10 yards a carry. If Derrick Henry's running the ball for a first down every time, you don't need fucking Lamar Jackson. So, and that's what the room is called.
It sounds like he just getting blamed from D-Mac for the sack. It sounds like, right? Am I getting that correct?
Yeah, I mean
that is one of the things. I also think he could have been better on the screen sack too.
That screen sack play that's wow. Okay. Who got him that day? I mean, that game. Was that TJ that got him?
No, TJ didn't do shit.
TJ. I don't think it was TJ.
Outside the interception.
I think it was Highsmith.
I think it was either Highsmith or Herbig. Actually, it was Herbig got him in the second half. So
exactly, Wes. Is that that's what I said. If he wants to point at the third quarter when they literally changed the whole entire script against Henry, 1,000%. But first half, I can't say it wasn't a Lamar first half. It was a Henry first half, and that's how the offense.
But do you think that? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he was bad in the first half. I'm saying it's a mixed bag in the first half. Is that crazy to say? Do you think that's crazy? Like you thought that was good Lamar Jackson first half?
I thought that was we didn't see enough because we didn't need to see it first half of Lamar
Jackson. But this is my point. There were moments for him to try and elevate, and he didn't do it.
There were also a moment where he threw a touchdown pass to Devontae Walker.
Exactly.
In the first half.
That's my point, Ev. I think it's a mixed bag. I gave him credit for the touchdown in that opening possession.
So then
I thought he was good on that.
So Z-Farm. I mean Z-Mac. I keep doing that. My bad. Mixed bag, mid to average to you, correct? That is then a 7, right? That's average. That's a 7. So then you said you grade him overall in that game. You said the average is a 7.
I mean, I guess if you want to do C, whatever.
And then you told me I think for the whole entire game, he's a 6 out of 10. We can look at that third quarter. Go ahead.
I would say more. I would say more so it would be like a 5. To be perfectly honest with you.
Oh, you're doing it that way?
If I'm saying that first half, bank on average. I would say that first half is average. You made some plays. You missed some plays. Ultimately, team was still in a good spot despite those aspects of it, and in a good spot because of what you gave them. I give you just bang on average 5 out of 10.
I think he made 8. I think he missed 8 plays.
Third quarter was like a 2. In the fourth quarter was like a 10. So yeah, I give you around a 6.
What's the fourth quarter to you?
It's 10. He was also in the fourth quarter.
I don't know. Do you guys do this with Curry when he shoots 2 for 4 in the first half?
I'm not trying to make any basketball comparisons.
No, I'm just.
Did you put up that one play yet? Did you put up that one play yet?
Yes, I got it.
I want to know. Let me see how I can do this shit thing. Are you able
to? To me, it feels like when Curry is like limited in the first half. He like shoots like 2 for 4, and then he finishes the game like 6 for 11. And I was like, oh well, Curry didn't have a great first half.
I'm gonna do Regina right after this play is shown. I'm then going to pass the ball to you two. Just 1 second.
Yeah, no, I don't need the ball. I was just trying to figure out what was the point of the. I was trying to catch the point of the convo.
We're just talking about. Hold on, pause it, brother. Pause it.
Yeah, pause it.
We're just talking about. It's hard to even pick up where we're at with the convo. We're just talking about the Lamar's performance in the first half, pretty much.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a rating. It was the summation is it was an overall rating of his play. I mean, according to DMAC, overall rating of his play. So I catch it.
All right, I'm good now, DMAC.
Okay.
This is the 3rd and 6.
So they're gonna
fake pass.
I don't know if he pump fakes, but they're going to run a little slant wheel to the bottom of the screen. The Steelers do a good job covering up. In my opinion, he should be out of this. The running back does initially pick it up, and D-Hop is at the top of the screen. To me, there's an opportunity for him to slide to the right of the pocket and be able to get this ball to D-Hop, but he sticks on it just a little bit too long that he should be, and I think he's waiting too long. In my personal opinion.
Brad, do you see 70?
He's on nobody. Look at him. Look. It was a play like that in the fourth quarter too.
Hey, guys want me to say this is Lamar's fault.
All right, so you're
he's blocking nobody. You want him to slide right and get killed? No.
Hold on. I don't have any issues talking about the offensive line. It is an issue. We can absolutely.
You want him to die.
On this game, I believe that on this play, I should say, I believe Lamar has a chance to get this ball out to on the top of the screen.
Nah,
he has a chance to Lamar. I don't think Dion. If he slides, he gets
Yeah,
sacked still.
he has to hit Mark fast
disagree.
on that. But the problem was you can show the play from the top.
He can't.
The problem was he was staring Zay down.
We know that this guy is bad.
But
We
then
know
but then you
this
can't
is the
say.
element.
But he is the reason
But
why he got
this
into the
is
backfield so
yeah,
easily, though.
But again, this is
You can't say he can
this
slide
is
right
why
when he gets
I'm
covered.
talking to you guys, please, if I could. Again, we understand that he's bad. He is not good. Nobody is going to disagree with that. I'm evaluating him as a quarterback in this moment. He sticks too long on Zay. He sticks too long on the front side of this play. If he gets backside, he has an opportunity to get hop. And he doesn't do that quickly enough on this play. It's okay to hold him accountable for that, and also say Flele is trash. It's okay to say both of those.
I didn't say he was good in the first half, not the real deal. I say he was just cool. We didn't need him, and we didn't do anything in the first half. We didn't need it. Show that play one more time, please.
Yeah, because like, isn't the point
I
of
want to blame him for that play right there for looking at Zay too long.
Yeah,
That's
was
cool.
getting sacked for
I think that's all we never
But
said.
it's not that people don't take sacks. It's that we have to hold them accountable when the sack is on them.
Listen,
That's the reality.
This is on him right here. You say that was on him,
I believe that one's on him because he has an opportunity if he goes through his progression.
but not on 77 for blocking nobody.
If you want to say that they messed up the protection,
Do you
I don't
think
have
so?
any issues with it.
So
But
you
here's
got
the
sacked
other
right
thing.
there?
Wait, hold on. Here's the thing. Here's the other thing about it. Because let's go ahead from the end zone angle because I think it's interesting to also talk about it too.
I don't even blame 77 for this. Looking back at it,
The other aspect of this play. Hold on, I got to get to it. The other aspect of this play is that it is designed to mess with your protection scheme.
Yeah.
So they're going to
with
slide
Queen and
accordingly
51.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to tip your cap to the Steelers. Yes, they did get that matchup as far as that was concerned, but it's not like it was a free runner. It's not like this guy just bowled through the running back. There was enough time for him to get through his progressions and get this ball out. If it was a free runner, I could say, hey, man, Steelers just beat them. Got to give you a tip of the cap as far as that is concerned. It's a little bit
It
too
was
much
a free runner,
to
D-Mac.
But deep,
Hold on, but
Because
again,
the-
Machina, you didn't hear what I said. I said if it was a free runner.
he did get trapped.
That's what I'm saying. The running back was able to meet him and give him enough time to be able to get through his progressions. He did not do that in that moment. That is my thing that I'm holding him accountable for.
D-Mac.
No. What I'm saying is the fact that you have a guard or a lineman who ain't blocking anybody, that means somebody is free.
D-Mac,
That's not how that works.
But the
D-Mac.
running back did chip.
D-Mac,
You account
before-
for it in protection. Go ahead.
D-Mac, before you play it, and you can play it both angles, and you can get to the end zone. But before you play it again, why can't it just be that, credit to Highsmith for taking away that read and credit to that defensive? But it's really just credit to that defensive play call, to be honest. That was great.
Here's the thing.
Cardinals
I agree with
fired
you.
back
This
again,
was a good play. They did a good job of being able to cover the route combination. But again, they did. D-Hop did get open on this play. That did happen. There was enough time for him to get through his progressions and get to it. So even though the pass rush plan was really good for them, even though the front side coverage from them was really good,
D-Mac,
there's still
I
an
just got here.
opportunity for a play to be made.
What play is this? Just out of
Okay,
curiosity.
go.
I'm sorry.
This is a third and 6 in which Lamar.
He's on the outside hash. He had the
What's the argument, Ev?
The
But-
blitzer pushed him to the left. He's never making
That
that throw
Lamar
as
has
a
the
right-handed
opportunity
quarterback.
to get the ball
Wait,
out
I
to
just
the top
realized
of the
that in regular speed, you wanted him to get that out. You wanted to move over and get that out to D-Hop that fast?
Because he stayed too long on the front side. That's the reason why.
Gannon got fired.
Yeah,
Cardinals.
He was looking towards Mark and Zay. I don't know what
Wait,
route they have.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Mark
I
and-
can't.
Can I
But-
again?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I can't even.
That pass line
Bro,
they did.
Dick is holding the running back on the right. He's never getting to the right. It's going to be a
Bro, his
back
biggest
to the
mistake
right.
He gets
yesterday.
off the front side. He does.
All right, go
You
ahead.
played again, D-Mac? I'm trying to see what
play
you're
your
saying.
back end angle, and then you can show the other one, and we can move.
Wait, what are you trying to say though? He has time to get the ball
he's
out
saying
to
Lamar is
D-Hop?
at fault for the sack here.
He sticks
Let me
too long
check.
in this front side.
There
If he
he
gets
is.
off this front side, he can hit Hopkins. At the
Oh,
top.
right here. Where do you want him to go? In the middle of the field? I'm just wondering. For real.
No, I don't think he needs to scramble. I think he just sets his feet and gets the ball out to D-Hop at the top of the screen. Who's outbreaking?
You can't keep pausing it like that. I hope you realize the running back never stopped.
Yeah, I'm a
It
dude.
was-
I mean, he could throw it right here. He could throw it right
He-
here. He is right. Right here,
Yes,
he could throw it to
don't
the
pause
out.
it.
People go. Wait, no, hold on, Amadou.
To the
Yes,
outside?
I don't think
this
he's
is
looking
not
that way.
going to be the best way to evaluate this. But when they go into their film session, they're going to say, "We're going through the progression, and you didn't get to the backside fast enough to be able to hit the guy at the top of the screen." They pause it and say that because they say that's your job as a quarterback.
That's just clamps.
All right, let it play. Let me see.
Yeah, they had us on.
Well, no, he
They had
does.
us on
If he sees D Hop there, he lets the ball out before he makes his break and he gets it. But I don't blame Lamar for that.
But he's looking at Zay.
Yeah, he's not looking
long on the
But that's
front side.
D-Max.
Stay too long
That's
on the front
D-Max
side.
point. That's D-Max point. He's taking too long to go through his progression on the front, and that's why he didn't get it. But I mean, I mean, it's a little nitpicky, but I mean, I get it.
Super nitpicky.
yeah.
I think he's fucked up.
I don't think
I think his biggest mistake. His mistake was the pick, and not because it got tipped, because he had fucking Zay wide open, bro, wide open. I'm pretty sure. I didn't go back and look, but during that play, I'm like, oh my god, Flowers is wide open, and he throws it to the left.
The reason,
oh my god, I was like, oh my god, he's got him. That was fucked up.
Yeah, shut up. Then we can go to Amadou and Magina, where they got anybody else got to say about the game.
It's what you guys wanted anyway, so it's a win-win for the fucking Ravens fans.
Yeah.
Well, unless
John Harbaugh's
not fired.
Okay,
this
is the
that
other
would
thing.
suck if he doesn't get
y'all,
fired.
bro. Don't say y'all. Don't say y'all. Process.
No, not you. Not you.
The Bengals brought back Zach
the other
Taylor.
thing.
I was surprised.
Bro, what a bunch of idiots.
No, he was already extended through 2027. So
Yo, that's the pick, right?
Well, they're retaining him, but
Yeah.
Bro, Zay is wide open, dog. Oh my god, I can't believe he missed this.
Even with the absence of, I do love the Wester.
Oh,
yeah. I mean,
bro, he hits him on the numbers. He's getting like fucking.
And I'm not gonna. Ed, you might defend that. That's the first time I've seen this team run a slant all season.
This is the other thing that I do have to get off my chest. If we like to go back and forth and have our fun, but for you to start off the show and say, "Hey, man, I didn't really expect us to be the Texans. I was playing as a fan."
No.
What?
No.
Just say all of a sudden today that was me hoping I'm not buying it. You got to hold some type of accountability and say that you're wrong about that, because you can't go back.
I was wrong about the whole entire. I was wrong about the whole entire Ravens season. I was wrong about I was wrong about the defense. I was wrong about everything on it. I was wrong about Rashad Bateman this year. Everything I was wrong about.
No, you've been wrong about him his whole career, bro. He fucking blows.
Not true.
That's all.
He fucking.
I'm glad you took some responsibility.
Rashad Bateman does not suck. The offense changed this year.
Bro, Walker's better than Rashad Bateman.
Well, he is useful. We should use him more, but yeah.
Come on, bro. Yo, what did you say honestly? Because I was busy and I just got.
Wait, show that sack before you go, D-Mac. Hold on, process. Show the
other sack. I thought you had seen it. My bad. Which one do you want to see? The
one with the screen. Yeah. Let me just look at that one real quick. Low was good. Process was good.
Also,
process,
yes,
I'm answer you in a second.
I don't know.
Process. That is. I do agree with you. By the way, I don't think that the ball getting tipped is one thing, but he did have Zay wide open. So
he missed him wide open, bro.
Yeah, but
the tip is not his fault. But Jesus Christ, what? How do you miss that? That was one of the few.
That was one of the few times where the Ravens called a play for it to go straight to DeAndre Hopkins. They wanted DeAndre Hopkins on the curl/back shoulder, and then instead he didn't even look at anybody else. I think that was third down. He just knew, might have been second or third. He knew that D Hop was probably going to be open, which he was. It just got batted down, y'all. So he didn't even look at Zay.
Wait, no, I don't think he went to D Hop there. He went to the check down on that play because nobody.
Show me that play again. I'm almost certain that was the D Hop, bro.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know though because I thought he tried to get the running back in the check down.
No, that's the D Hop.
The interception.
Yeah, the interception.
He was going to the D Hop curl route.
Yeah, he's going to D Hop on the curl, bro. D Hop was one. They called that play They called that for D Hop, so he didn't even look. He didn't even look at Zay. He's looking solely at D Hop right here. Boom. He wants that right there, wide open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They've ran that play a lot this year.
Can you hit the screen? It's dark. We can't. Can y'all see that?
1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was going to the running back because it got tipped and maybe he tried to float it over. But all I saw was Zay wide the fuck open. I said, "Oh my god!"
Also, that's something they predicate themselves on.
Now this is another thing. Remember, I hate the fact that we're having deja vu. I want to make this clear. I really like Lamar Jackson, man. Y'all know how much I advocate for this nigga, bro.
No, I don't. That's not true.
I'm having deja vu. I do. I really do like this.
Well, you said how much you advocate. I don't know that, to be honest.
I do advocate for him, especially in the conversation we have with Josh Allen.
But I wasn't saying that shit, bro. If you don't lie for a nigga, you don't like him. You know how I go.
I don't know what
the thing about it is, I'm having deja vu because you remember we had the same conversation on the 2-point conversion when the Bills batted it down, and we said, "Hey, there's a guy open if he gets it out quicker." He does have some issues with that aspect as well. When he takes this one read stuff, guys tend to get their hands up very quickly into those passes.
Oh, you're late to the party, dog. I've been saying this for fucking 4 years.
All right, can we see the 3rd and 6? I mean, can we see that sack? And
I'll show you.
Time
in the story of his career, Zay, Mark. Yeah.
We'll have to have a conversation around this one. I just want to let's look at it.
How good is fucking Derrick Henry though?
Another non-Derrick Henry sack. Can you run the sideline back whenever you get a chance?
He said sidearm.
But I think when he gets it on the, I think he can sidearm that.
Why didn't he just throw it? Why didn't he just like loop it over him instead of side? He was about to throw.
Well,
it would have been a lob pass, quicker for the defender to get there.
Is there a guy? Is there a guy behind the running back?
Yes. There's a whole dime back. There's a whole dime back right there. Trust me.
Yeah. So then, I mean, just throw the fucking ball away if it's second down.
No, you can't throw that away. You're in the pocket.
Throw it at his feet.
The running backs.
Look, someone's right there behind. Literally.
Yeah, throw it at the running back's feet, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't,
I think there's enough time here to get this ball out.
He's not right behind him, bro. He's 10 yards behind him.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. There's enough time. If he sidearms that around him, in my opinion, then you can give him a chance to have a run after catch and make that DB miss. And
he would.
I would just throw it at his feet.
I don't. This isn't an egregious play to me, in my personal opinion.
But you said that one was the full blame.
Yeah, I do think that he deserves blame for it.
He would have to go.
But this possession. But Ev, you remember what? Ev,
he wants it to go to the running back.
It's a designated screen, so it has to go to the running back.
I want it to go in the. I want it to go in the ground. Fuck that. Don't take the sack.
You remember what I said though about this?
He took a sack here.
I said it was. He took a sack. But I said it was half and half because the penalty put him behind. Yeah, I mean it was a 0. It was a 3-yard
nothing
sack.
there. He tried to run. Instead, he tried to take off
and
run.
It's second and 17. So it's not,
yeah, just throw the ball at the running back's feet. That's what
it's not no egregious play, but I've seen golf dirt that like off rip. Like
but the Durton is not the thing. He said he should have sidearmed it. I fucked the Durton. Durton, I agree with. He could have dirted. He said he should have sidearmed it. That's crazy.
Well, D-Mac's defense, you compare him to the best in the world.
If he does sidearm it, we say, "Oh my God, what a great play by Lamar!" Nobody else can do that type shit. So it's like it's
if he does sidearm it, that's just going to Ronnie Stanley. Like,
that's not even a win. That's not even a clear win. That's not even a clear window.
Dude can do extraordinary things, and not ask for him to do something extraordinary. I'm sorry.
That's not even a clear win.
Basically, have to curl it around the defender and get it around Ronnie Stanley.
Bro,
like you basically would have
I don't even know why you guys are pointing to these plays.
Exactly.
Like,
I don't even know why you're.
Ronnie Stanley's right there. Look at that. Look. How can you sidearm that?
There's enough room between.
Yeah. But you're not a quarterback. These fucking D-backs, it's like, that's insane.
I just think that I think the biggest takeaway is this game. The biggest takeaway is the game is that your defense is fucking ass. That's one, and two.
That was my number one.
And two, your boy. Forget about these plays in the end. He just plays better in the first half, then you guys probably win easy. That's it. He just didn't play well in the first 3 quarters of the game. Played great in the fourth quarter.
Why he didn't play well? Why he didn't play well in the first half to you? What was it?
I don't know if he didn't play well. They didn't really go to him well.
Exactly. So why you say that? So why did you say that then?
I thought it was.
I don't know. I mean,
you don't know. Wait, hold on, D-Mac, hold on. So why did he not? No. Why did he not play well in the first half to you?
You guys, your offense looked like shit.
Why did he not play well in the first half to you?
He didn't make any spectacular plays. He didn't do anything to will the offense to make any plays. He didn't use his bro. This is a big problem with him. He doesn't use his legs nearly enough. I don't understand what he's so scared of. Maybe he's hurt right now, and that's fine. But this was a problem last year.
Now, are you aware when he used his legs in the first half and got called back for offensive holding?
Okay, one play, dog. So if you got called for offensive holding, you're not gonna run again.
Now tell me the other scenarios where he should have used his legs. Then you can't.
No, just throughout the whole game, even that one where he ran out of bounds.
We're talking about the first half.
Yeah,
we're talking about the first half. You said we're going to get to the second half.
Off the top of my head, I don't know. But I was just talking about the entire game as well. I just think that it was just very lackluster offensively in the first half from the Ravens. I mean, he's part of the equation.
Bingo. Do not say if Lamar played better in the first half, they win when he was out in position. You did say that. Yes, you did. You said Lamar.
Yeah, I said the offense too. But he's making crazy plays. If Lamar Jackson
plays well in the first half, they win the game. You said that word for word.
Yeah, I know, because if he was making the plays he made in the fourth quarter, then they probably win.
He was in position in the fourth quarter to make those plays, not the first half.
Oh, so it's all the coaching. But when I say that about my team, I get fucking shit for it.
No. Don't move your goalpost. Stay right where you at.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
I
said that about my team after the fucking.
Stay right where you at. I don't want you to move. You said
down.
literally out your mouth, if he makes plays in the first half, they win the game. Now tell me where he left plays on the board or the field.
I don't know. We'll go look through it. I'm sure there's plays he left on the field. He was 5 for 10 in the first half. I don't know what the fuck's going on in that offense, but that's terrible.
He was not 5 for 10 in the first half. That's what
he was 4 for 10.
Hello?
Yeah, he was not 5 for 10 in the first half.
He cut out, or am I not talking?
Oh, my bad. He was not
Hello?
5 for 10. Can you hear me, Preston?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yo, you hear me?
Can you hear me?
He was okay at best, bro. What's the argument?
Can you hear me? Process. Can you hear me?
That's what I said, Tez. I thought it was a mixed bag. He was up and down.
He was okay at best. He didn't play great. He didn't play too bad. What the fuck? Like
process.
That's what I said.
At the end of the day, really, the offense got stalled in the first half because of penalties. Period. The offense got stalled. There was multiple plays in the first half where we got big time first downs and they were called back because of penalties.
Yeah, can you hear me? I was fucked up.
We
can hear you the whole time. Process.
Wes, I agree with everything you're saying in the chat. By the way, wish you was on the stage. This shit is ridiculous. Process.
No, I'm not saying I gave bail to the fact that the offense was terrible.
Process. I only responded to what you said though. It don't say something and I attack what you say and you don't correct it or take it back.
Hello?
You said, "Are you?" Yeah, I'm done talking to him.
What the fuck?
Amadou, go ahead, Amadou. You can talk about the game. Congrats on the win, by the way.
Oh shit, the Steelers won the game. I forgot the team that won.
Yeah, we won the game.
Oh, wow.
Hello?
Process. If you can't hear me, bro, we just gonna move on. Yeah, all right, Amadou, go ahead.
Yeah, this mic messed up. But yeah, I mean, for the Steelers, I know it was. I think going into the game, there was a lot of confidence in the Ravens, more so to like the missing pieces for the Steelers on the Steelers side, like missing their top guys. So you just put 2 and 2 together. The Steelers defense versus those weapons, you really don't expect them to move the ball. But I said last week we were better in the trenches on both sides, and as long as you can run the ball, like you're open to a lot. I mean, we moved the ball. The DBs aren't really the best, especially when Kyle Hamilton was out. Like the middle of the field got way more exposed, and then with us running the ball, mixing it with that, I just think finding guys like Freiermuth in the seam, and then what's his name, Thielen against Humphrey. So yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I knew we was gonna get time. He always gets time against the Ravens. Like I said, we were better on the trenches on both sides, offense and defense, and that's what he did. He got time, and he made the throws, especially on defense. Our defensive line was absolutely amazing last night. And then with TJ Watt coming back, helping to run, Alex Highsmith against the run, Benton was amazing. Hayward still the best at his position and at his age. Like, as long as we had that advantage on both sides, I knew things was possible. And I just don't think, like, some of those Ravens, like, the Ravens, I've never seen them as, like, they're not a big game. Like, they don't have big game winners. Guys, I literally said, it's either going to be a turnover, somebody going to drop a pass, something is going to happen where we're going to help us win the game. And then look, the kick happened, they missed. And I think I'm hearing a lot of things about Harbaugh and the defensive corner and things like that. But I'm like, guys like EDC, how the O-line and the D-line is still a problem. They're watching 77 all season. I'm asking Harbaugh, like, do y'all have a guard to replace this nigga? He's doing the same shit week in, win out. And then if you don't have the guard, EDC, can you get a guard to put in that spot to, like, for we can run the offense? Because he's literally unplayable. And then same thing on the defensive end. The edge has been a problem. Like, I'm not even saying like he's like bad at like he drafts well, but you got to be a little bit more aggressive. I think, like, where was the trade for the interior defensive lineman? Like, they could have got Quentin Williams. Why didn't you go get Quentin Williams? Why didn't get no edges? I just think as long as they have those holes in the trenches, it's going to be tough for the Ravens. And then, yeah, I mean, the Steelers, I'm not going to say too much about the words that was being said about the Steelers-Ravens game last week, but I'm going to walk away with my money. Thank you, Ev, on that. I'm going to walk away with the sweep. Another thing I predicted. And then, yeah, we'll just see the Texans. We will just go from there. And like some of the Lamar stuff, I'm not even like the biggest Lamar stuff, but some of the stuff is nasty. Because when I hear people talk about their teams and their struggles. I just think we should just keep it even. If you want to talk about your team and you want to talk about the coordinators and like personnel issues, and when you talk about other guys, just have that same energy, or it's just going to be the same back and forth every single time, and it's going to be disingenuous. So we'll just see.
Can you hear me?
Amadou, y'all winning versus the Texans?
Yeah, that's. I don't know. Their D line is much better. I think they can bother Aaron Rodgers. So I wouldn't bet on that game, but I'm gonna pick them to win because that's my team. But I'm not going to bet on that game.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if they lost that.
GG's Amadou. Good game, bro.
Yeah, it was a good game, bro. Good game. It's just it's the Ravens, bro.
Your assessment and stuff was correct, bro. And the fact that everybody else can seem to see that there's a problem with the trenches, and even people from the outside can see that. So it's crazy. So hopefully that gets fixed this season. But
we got to hear his name a little bit more. He getting some slack because questions got to be asked there because the personnel issues are bad and they're glaring. What the play where Lamar broke Alex Highsmith and Benton at the same time made the touchdown play. Falele didn't touch a single person. He didn't touch a single person, and then Alex Highsmith somehow got off the edge while being touched either. So and he's been doing that all year. So we'll see.
I agree. Before Ms. Gina go, I agree with a lot of things you said. Congrats on the sweep. Congrats on the money. And good luck in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers, they said it's a potential chance that he returns next year. I think yesterday's game came down to a lot. Meant a lot. And even to win that game without DK Metcalf was impressive. Obviously, going against a tough team in Houston now, so we'll see what happens. But Aaron Rodgers' two highest passing yard games this year came against the Ravens, and that mainly because it was Amadou said, the pressure. We did make a trade. We traded for Draymond Jones. Obviously, that's not enough losing.
Bro, who is that?
That's not enough losing Matt Beaks this year. But it's gonna be tough to change your whole entire. It's not a whole entire thing on offensive line perspective, but to fix a whole entire defensive line and even linebacker room, in my opinion, Roquan and Trent Simpson is not it. Straight up.
Your cornerback.
They're not it. Nate Wiggins had a good game.
Is Marlon coming back?
Nate Wiggins had a good game yesterday. I cannot answer that question, though. I don't know. I would assume Marlon will be there. Nate Wiggins had a good game yesterday. Outside of that, there's not really much to say. Kyle Hamilton was obviously missed. And then Ms. Gina, you can go ahead and take it away. And if anybody else want to chime in on the game, feel free to chime in on the game. One second, before Ms. Gina go. How you feel about your boy Bateman, Ev? The offense this year, he just wasn't utilized, and maybe because he's not good enough, or they don't think he's good enough, or whatever the case may be. He came into this year, getting that 3-year extension. I think it was 3-year 15, and he had like 700 yards last year, 9 touchdowns. I believe he led the team in that aspect. And then this year, I lied to you not. Like, this was literally a Zay Flowers year, not Mark Andrews, not Isaiah Likely, not DeAndre Hopkins. It was feed Zay. And if Lamar was not playing, we tried to feed Derrick Henry. So Rashad wasn't utilized this year. He didn't play yesterday's game because of an illness. It's a little crazy to me, but I can't speak on how severe his sickness was. But it was literally a Zay Flowers year, and he showed up this year. I think he probably finished with 12. Yeah, 12 on 86 catches, 5 touchdowns. So shout out to Zay Flowers, man. We haven't had a wide receiver do that in a long time, if not probably ever. That's probably the highest mark for a Ravens wide receiver with 1,200 yards.
Yeah, but don't you think he's not that good though? Like he's not a 1.
Who? Yeah, I don't think he's a 1. Whoa, I never.
Yeah, that's the problem. No. Flower, not Bite.
Oh, I think you're talking about Bateman.
One
like Flowers had a really good year, but I just don't think he's like a. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think he can be a 1. I think if you put a good 2 around him, I think like an X receiver, like a true X 6'3" body that can go up and get. Like he's not, but like he can be AB.
Yeah.
He can be his cousin.
I agree. What's up, Ms. Gina?
Yeah, good games to the Steelers fans that's in here. I didn't see any trash talk from anybody. Maybe I missed it. It wasn't on my timeline. In my opinion, I felt like both fan bases were concerned going into this game, and was a 50-50. I think the Steelers fans might have been like, "Hey, we usually can come out on top." But it was a tight game going in there. So I said all week it's a 50-50. I can't call it. I hope my team win. I want them to win. They can win, but it's a big 50-50 game. But at the end of the day, I feel like this season, and ended the way it started with horrible defense. This defense played horrible all season long. Yes, there were a few games where we didn't play good teams, maybe, but the defense has been terrible for 2 years. It's been one of the worst defenses in 2 years, and I don't blame the players because these same players was a part of the number one defense 2 years prior. So, oh, you ain't talking to me, Jordan. You haven't heard me talk no trash. Unless you're talking to somebody else. Okay.
No, I'm just talking about in general.
Okay.
Miss Gina, you don't talk trash. Our problem be with the host of the show. You just, unfortunately for you, you like the same team he do, so you gotta get some backlash. But it's not on you. It's not about you.
But yeah, so it's like that. My team broke me this season, so I wasn't even like upset. You would thought if we had a great season and then lost like we did last night, I would have been up under the bed somewhere. But my team broke me this season with the way they played. So each week was week by week. Show me who you are. I'm Missouri. I'm Maya Angelou. You know, when somebody shows you, I believe them. So they broke me much earlier in the season. So when they would lose games, I didn't even get riled up. I didn't get depressed. And no heaviness sat on my chest. It was like we went out the way we came in. I did say it was a Super Bowl or bust. I maintained that through the entire season, even at 1-5. Didn't drop it, not one time. Absolutely, the season was a bust. And because it was Super Bowl or bust for real, there was no in between for me. And this season was absolutely a bust. Yes, we had some injuries and stuff, but I ain't giving no excuses for anything. We got to get the right coaches in place. I do not blame the players. Yes, needed to execute, but those same players were executing on a high level 2 years ago under Mike McDonald. They were executing on a high level. We had number one defense in the league. 2 years later, these same players, adding a few good young ones, now was the worst defense in Ravens history for 2 years now. They were worse this year than last. How do you go backwards? You went backwards. You were worse this year than last year. So, albeit defense was the cause of our demise this entire season, there were games that we lost that we should not have lost. You can't give up. The kicker should have made the kick, yeah, but I felt like he shouldn't have been there. The Steelers ran the same play. They ran the same play over and over. Aaron Rodgers did not do anything spectacular. Their offense did not do anything spectacular. Their offense didn't. Oh my God, that was it was nothing. They just played. He ran the same play, and we did not get stops. It shouldn't have come down to just a field goal. That defense, every time Lamar scored, the offense scored, the defense would go and give it up. Like, how? And they're running the same play. So my biggest disappointment this season is in coaching and personnel decisions, coaching, and in our defense. Harbs is not going anywhere, so that's why I didn't get all riled up about him getting fired. He's not getting fired. Him and Tomlin are not getting fired. I don't know why they're not getting fired. They're going to leave when they're ready to walk away. The organizations are not going to fire them. So it was let's lose so he can get fired. We would just be losing because they weren't going to fire him.
About that when you're done, Ms. Gina.
That was a complete waste. That was just a complete wasted thought to think, hey, if we lose, he'll get fired. I don't know why people are he was never going anywhere. So, and I knew this, so I wasn't riding in that delusion. So it was just like, yo, they're not going anywhere. So let's just try to see how far we could go. I didn't have expectations of us going too far because the defense was terrible. You need defense in the playoffs. You have to have defense. Your offense can be a little bit under, but if your defense is over, they can carry you through games as long as you can put some points on the board. It doesn't work that way. If you put points on the board, but your defense giving it all up, you don't really get far. So I'm somewhat relieved. I hate losing to the Steelers. That's what made this, because it's our division rival. So I hate losing to the Steelers, but Thankfully, I don't feel any pain. I don't feel any because my team broke me earlier in the season. I saw what they are, and I was like, okay, but I'm gonna ride with them till the wheels fall off. I ain't one of them kind of fans. I ride with them till the wheels fall off, but the wheels are off now. So park the little cart, and I just have to see what we do with this offseason. Jordan, what did you want to ask me?
I think he wanted to ask you what you think about. Go ahead.
Well,
I know you were here.
just you and because I know Z Farm was seemingly of the opposite opinion. So, because I get it if you think that they're actually going to make a coaching change or make the requisite changes that are needed for things to move in some of the different directions that you need to be ultimately reach the Super Bowl and hopefully win it. But if that's not going to happen, or if you're skeptical of that happen, I'm curious as to why you would want to not make it far. And I guess it's primarily the Z Farm, because I know you said you weren't thinking that way, Miss Gina. Like, do you actually think they're going to make the changes? And if not, then shouldn't you just go as far as possible at that point?
Well, I've already said this. If they don't make the changes, I don't care what happens next year, and I won't care.
Okay.
And I've said this in my spaces. I've said this in any recorded platform that I'm on. If I haven't said it in facts and stats, I'll say it now. I won't give this team a single cent of my money next year if they are bringing back John Harbaugh. I
There you
don't care
go.
what happens. And this is the problem with a lot of Ravens fans, not specifically the people in here, but a lot of Ravens fans, is that they'll ask for this change. They'll put fire John Harbaugh on Twitter. It will get trending, and then next year they'll go to the games. They'll pay for season tickets. They'll go to the Sunday night games. For what? So you can watch the same shit happen every year? No. I will say it one more time. If they bring back John Harbaugh and he is on the sideline next year, you will not see me talking about this team. You'll not see me not rooting for it. I'll watch the games, obviously, but this team will not get a single cent from me next year if he's the coach. And guess what? If more people follow my trend and more people follow along with me, then yeah, there will be change because their pockets are hurting now, and people don't know about that. They lost money this year. They lost a lot of money, actually. So if it continues to happen, change will happen. So it might not happen this year, but give it next year, 2 years, whatever, change will happen. I guarantee it. I'm not a philosopher. I'm not a prophesizer, but it will happen.
That's all I needed to hear, brother. Because I didn't hear you say that. Thank you. That makes sense to me. And in the chat, like
if they go to the fucking playoffs next year, Z Farm's getting
talk about them, but like it's
talking
because he's gonna watch.
I believe him about spending the money, though. But
I believe that too. He's not going to go to the games. I believe that, and that's the right thing to do because you hit him where it hurts. Not that they're hurting for money anyway. I'm just saying.
His hopes up either about them doing anything.
He's going to be talking about him, especially if they get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to
chime? But more of a correspondent instead of a fan.
Anyone else want to chime?
The only person who may lose their job is the OC, and that's only because he wasn't the coach's pick anyway. He's on the outside, and it's easy to blame him. But the people, where was all the stuff about Zachary Orr? You're not going to see that because Harbaugh put him in office essentially. So you're not going to see that. So he's protected. I doubt very seriously if he's moved either. So if anybody gets fired, it may be a positional coach or something. I don't know, and possibly a Monken. Even though I don't know, he kind of. There were games that he was very good. There were games where I was definitely disappointed, but to me, he wasn't the root of the problem that we had this season. It was for sure defense. But
why do you think that he's not going to get fired, Miss Gina? Harbaugh.
Who? That's the way our organization. He's too entrenched, bro. He's too entrenched in the organization. You guys said he was
about to get fired before Lamar got there.
No, y'all didn't. He was back in 2018 because it comes from the owner. The owner is the only one that can fire him.
Yeah, so why don't you think now, after having another disappointing season and your future being in the balance? Because let me tell you something. Forget about losing this year. You guys have to revamp your entire defense. And I know you said that you have the same players from 2 years ago. A couple of those players are older, and a couple of them aren't as good, and including your best fucking player 2 years ago, which was probably Roquan Smith, outside of Kyle Hamilton. He is nowhere near the guy he was 2 years ago. So you guys need a fully revamped defense. The defensive line is not that good. You had Patrick Queen on that linebacking core when you had McDonald over there with that great defense. Your cornerbacks aren't as good as they were. You don't have you got Nate Wiggins, who I think is going to be a player. I don't know about Marlon if he's coming back. Malachi Starks didn't have the season people expected him to have. Mike Green didn't have the season people expected him to have. So they are young. Hopefully they turn into what people think they could be. But I just don't see how you can revamp this team in a year or two. And then by the time you try to make a defense and get a defense back to the standard that the Ravens have, your offense is then going to hurt because in 2 years, Derrick Henry, unless he's a fucking alien, he's probably going to be out of the team and he's probably going to be not the same player. You need weapons. D-Hop is probably done. Bateman sucks. Flowers is like a 2, a 1A at best. Mark Andrews is another year older. Like, I don't know. The future is bleak.
So for me, right yeah, I don't see it that way. It's not the players, it's the scheme. I will stand on that. I don't care what anybody says. So you might as well not go back and forth with me. You can come on. I'm talking about the defense. We were talking about the defense. It's not the players. It's the scheme. They have wait process. Wait. That is the. I know people. He didn't age 20 years in 2 years. But the scheme completely changed, and our guys will put in positions to not be successful. Period. Mike McDonald was not doing that. He was not leaving Roquan just to try to get in the middle of the field by himself in order to go against a fast wide receiver or one of them. He wasn't doing that before. When we had Mike McDonald, those guys were not put. I'm not saying they didn't have execution problems themselves, but I believe 60 to 75% of it was them being put in the wrong position. That the scheme did not work. Why do you play these guys? So when somebody was 3rd and 5, why are they 10 yards and 15 yards back? Why? Why did you keep leaving the middle of the field open? Why were teams able to just run the same thing and you don't stop it? Like these were the same guys. You are not about to tell me that the same guys from 2 years ago that was had in the number one offense now in the last 2 years, once you change the coordinator, it's all the players' fault. That is not the case. This scheme
I don't think it's
I agree with you on certain parts of that.
What's up, Wes? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Nice to speak to you. I am a process on the Roquan thing. He may not be as bad as he's looked. So to your point, I hear you and I agree. I don't think Zach Orr is the man for the job. But that guy, number 0, he's definitely gotten worse. And it's not just asking him to play in coverage, which is an issue, but he's gotten worse at the things that he used to be arguably the best inside linebacker in the league at, which I think also affects the defense. And then the defensive line is just nowhere near like what it was 2 years ago. Even though you still didn't have like some dominant pass rusher, you had a good pass rush. And then your ends set the edge consistently. Like, and one of the guys who, granted, I don't know how people in here feel about Clowney, but he's still a capable player. He's not Myles Garrett by any stretch of the imagination, but he does a lot of things well that you need an end to do. And he put it on full display yesterday. And he could have been on the Ravens, and he wasn't. So I'm with you on certain parts of this. But like Roquan has gotten worse, and I think we got to be able to acknowledge that. And it's not just scheme. Scheme is making it worse. I'll give you that. Scheme is compounding the issue. But Roquan, I mean, he comes into the season overweight the last 2 years. Both years he came in 15 pounds too heavy. That kind of takes a toll when you're aging and you get older. So I don't know, but continue.
I'm glad you said it. What? No, I'm really glad you said it, and this will be the last thing I say. The Clowney point, perfect. I think they're going to finish the year with 13 million in cap space. I think 14 million something left over. That's just it's ridiculous to me that this team did nothing, and not to acquire a single bit of talent on the defensive line. They knew they had a little bit of holes. Obviously, Matabika getting hurt changed everything. But going into the season, they needed one more edge rusher, and not getting Clowney. Again, yesterday was the perfect example. 3 sacks. We could have used a guy like that. That would have I think would have been top 5 on our team in sacks alone yesterday with that 3 sacks game. So the team and Eric, I think
agree
you
with
said
that.
it, maybe other people said it. Eric has to be blamed for this as well. You went into this season knowing offensive line, okay, it might be a problem. Two guys that you don't trust at the guard position. Your tackles are good. Your center's a free agent coming up this year. That's going to be a big contract for Linderbaum, whether it's here or elsewhere. We'll see. But defensive line, they were fine. Again, Matabike's injury changed everything. But at the deadline, you knew Quinn Williams was out there. You knew Max Crosby had some sort of interest to be elsewhere. Brian Burns, other pieces that were out there. The Miami Dolphins, Jalen Phillips, where he went to Philadelphia. There were so many guys that they could have went after that would have helped this team, benefited this team, but this team is so attached to draft capital, and they want to draft 10 plus times next year. And again, Eric DeCosta, and I said this in the space last night as well, he is not that far from John Harbaugh to me. If he has one bad draft, one bad offseason, and he puts this team closer to a rebuild, he's just on that. He's on the fire agenda as well. He is close to John Harbaugh than a lot of people think, and they need to watch out. People could say he's a top 5 GM. I see behind him perfectly. He's a fraud to me. He is a fraud after this season. The second round picks, look at the second round picks. Trenton Simpson, David Ojabo, those fucking bums that are going to get cut next year. They're bums. He's a fraudulent
Z-Farm. Do you really think Bisciotti? I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro. Do you really think that Bisciotti is going to fire both Harbaugh and EDC in the same year, a year apart, or anything like that? That's not happening, Z-Farm.
Yes, it will happen. Yes, because guess what? If it doesn't happen, I will gladly root for the Seattle Seahawks. I know a lot of people that will jump this
I
bandwagon.
don't care about who you're rooting for.
And you know what?
What makes you think Bisciotti is going to make a move like that, Z-Farm?
He's losing money. He's losing dollars to his name. He is losing net worth. That is his goal, he is a businessman first. If he loses in this business, he is going to find a way to fix the problem. And I guarantee you, like I said, if people follow the trend that I'm going to do next year, if they keep Harbaugh and they lose more money like they did this year, there will be a problem. There will be solutions.
I hope I am a liar. I am not a liar in this instance. I hope I am a flat out liar. Right, bro. I don't see it, but I hope I am a liar.
You could be. But guess what? If they don't, I don't care. They could trade Lamar. They could do.
You didn't just say you're gonna hop on another team, though, did you?
If they don't fuck with them.
Come on, bro. You can't.
Come on,
bro.
Anybody else want to speak to the Ravens and Steelers game?
Bro, that's not Ev. You didn't let OG get that off for a long time. You're gonna let your boy get that shit off?
Bro, he's not.
Shit, I got put on trial for my team's
Seahawks fan. So why am I even entertaining that?
He just said if they don't fire them, I would become a Seahawks fan.
Did it happen yet? If it happens, then I would speak on it, brother.
Nah,
bro. You guys are corny down in the DMV, bro. You guys are pussy in that fucking. What the fuck, bro? That DMV fucking shit is soft. What the fuck? As soon as they see trouble, they run away.
All right, what's up?
God damn, bro. If I was on the front lines with Z-Farm, I know he's running away.
Okay,
I was very.
I think Jordan.
I was very.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I want to talk to that.
I was very impressed with Aaron. I was very impressed with Aaron, especially in the second half, especially them last 2 drives. Like he still got a little bit of something in him. This is more than he's shown, I think, in a while. Obviously, with the Jets, he couldn't really show anything. And then towards the end of his stint with the Packers, you saw signs of the light fading. But I think he's shown in some of these bigger games these past few weeks, he's still got a little something. I think this is actually the perfect team for him, especially with the scheme that they run on offense and just having to get the ball out quick. A lot of pre-snap shit, and he's probably one of the best in the league still at that, just knowing where to go with the ball instantaneously. I think it helps them pretty much maximize what this offense could be. I don't know if this offensive scheme could be what they would be outside of obviously having one of the better quarterbacks in the league or some shit like that, but just another mid quarterback, which I think he kind of is in a lot of respect at this point, as far as like movement and shit like that. If they had another quarterback back there, I don't think it would look as good, but him being so smart and having so much experience, I think goes a long way for them. The run game was timely for them yesterday as well. I know DK is the happiest man probably in that building that he didn't cost them their season, because that's how it was looking in that first half and in the last game. But I'm not gonna completely count them out next week, even though I think that they'll lose, just because this is the second or third game this year where it's like they just hang around. And if you're in a game with them and it's halftime and you should have been up 10 or more and you only up 7 or 3, there's a good chance you might lose, bro. Just because they just have a habit of being like a gnat. Like I said after our game we playing, they just hang around. And if it's late and one thing about them, they can methodically work the ball down the field and burn clock. And that's a valuable asset to have in the playoffs. So if you're gonna beat them, which I think several
It's a
teams
really
could
good
and
point,
will,
Jordan.
yeah,
Really
you
good
gotta
point.
beat
You
them.
talking
You gotta
about
jump on them.
the Steelers,
The
right?
Steelers. Yeah, you gotta jump on them. You gotta
Yeah,
like
they
give
had
them the
12
hope.
minutes of possession. They had crazy time of possession on
You have
In that
to
third
you have
quarter,
to put
they had
them you have to
about
put
12
them in
minutes.
a true drop back game. That's what happened. You have to put them in a true
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta put them behind the 8 ball. Like get them on schedule.
Yeah.
But that's all I had to say about the game.
Yeah. So honestly, back at it, to be honest, in that first half, a lot of the drives was just killed by penalties, offensive holding. Really it was offensive holding. I think Linderbaum had one on a drive. Falele, I think, probably had one on the drive. Like they had it killed a lot of their drives in the first half. And, they didn't really get outside the first drive, they didn't really get much going in the passing game. Derrick Henry ran well overall, but after that first quarter or first quarter and a half, they didn't really do a lot in the run game because they couldn't really sustain drives. So I don't think they ran the ball well after a certain point.
That's
And
true.
then
Just stick with it though.
and then once Hamilton went down, that defense it died pretty much. Like now, granted, it did seem like at the end of the first half, even though they got stopped, it did seem like Pittsburgh found something. But then when you couple that with Hamilton going out, I think it was early third, it just the dam broke defensively. And to be honest with you, I thought when Lamar had that second long touchdown pass in the fourth quarter, I was like, okay, 4-point lead. I didn't think the Steelers was the type of offense where they was going to be able to get down the field with 2 minutes and no timeouts, and they did. So, I mean, credit to them. That was a hell of a game. I guess that's fitting way to end NFL season, regular season, Steelers Ravens rivalry, coming down to a kick. It's like you want to blame the kicker, but a rookie kicker who's probably never in his life been in a situation like that. I mean, I guess you just got to charge it sometimes. So it is what it is. Probably the best thing for the Ravens long term, probably. Hopefully that means now that you really look within the organization and you really everybody really starts to get evaluated, and hopefully they get the result out of that they need. So great game, a hell of a game. So
Appreciate
that's
that.
really all I got, though.
Appreciate that, brother. Anyone else want to chime in on the Ravens Steelers game before we move eventually? Going once. Anyone else got anything to say about the game before we move?
Last thing I said is I'm with Lily in the chat about the kicker, but that's the last little comment.
So wasn't so much, bro.
Why? What you just go ahead and say it? What about the kicker?
Really say, yeah, I'm about to say.
Like they were giving a lot of bail today. Like it's a 44-yard kick. You got to make the kick.
Why is this?
I get that. No, I get it. No, I get that.
It is a lot of bail.
Yeah.
Rookie or not, and again, when you for a 55-second drive, I'll also add to that point. He, granted, like rookie, cool. He had to know there's a good chance this game comes down to me making a kick.
That's a great
55
point.
seconds up in the game. 3 timeouts, great. But they're 55 seconds. I need to be able to step in. Again, they didn't put him in a terrible position. We could talk ad nauseum about the decision to not try to go for a few more yards with 12 seconds. Well, there are a lot of things that I think the Ravens, specifically John Harbaugh, was considering there. Like, yo, okay, I love Derrick Henry, but he has shown to have a problem securing the ball. I don't know if I want to put my season, like have my season in the balance and say Derrick Henry go carry the ball when he's fumbled at inopportune times all throughout the season. It doesn't matter how great he is. That is the fact. That is something that has happened. That is something that has cost the Ravens on um, several different occasions this year. I think that was something he was thinking about. And then also with Lamar, yeah, great play to similar rush for a few yards. But why do it? Okay, 39 yards, 4 yard chip shot per se, but he should be able to make that kick, and he didn't make that kick. And he has to, be held accountable for that. Doesn't mean his career's over. Doesn't mean, got to burn down Baltimore to bring him back. But yeah, he should have made that. Only thing I'll say related to the game on top of that, go ahead.
No, you're good. You finish your thing. I'll go after.
About Lamar, I think it's fair to be critical of him, but there's a point that I wanted to make to Jordan earlier, but wasn't able to teach it.
I think you're actually.
You in the blender, Wes. I'm about to say you.
Yeah,
I was
it
definitely
was
trying to
rocking
fight
though,
that
but
screen.
now you cut off completely this time.
Yeah. No, all I wanted to tell Wes is I get it. He should have made the kick. I'm not arguing that. I'm not even debating that. He should have made the kick. I'm just saying it's just one of those things that the human element, like he could be prepared. He can be like, I know I gotta make this kick, but at the end of the day, you can't simulate in practice. I don't know how many times he's ever been asked, hey, if you miss this kick, our season's over. The playoffs is on the line, the division's on the line. Make this kick. He's probably never been in that situation ever in his life. And it's just one of those things that, again, he should have made the kick, but at the end of the day, the pressure, it is what
For
it
sure,
is.
he should have made the kick. But yeah, I'm with Jordan on that. Sort of to speak to what Lee was talking about, like why we giving him a bail. Yeah, he might be a good kicker, right? Like that's still a high pressure situation, bro. That's still a rookie. Like I don't know, bro. Like I do understand what you're saying. Like yeah, just make the kick. That's your only job. I mean, I guess cool, whatever, right? But at the same time, bro, it's the city of Baltimore, bro. The whole city of Baltimore, every Baltimore Ravens fan in America was had their hopes in that man yesterday, bro. That's a lot to deal with, gang. Like a
Bro,
motherfucker,
you know what that sound like, bro?
motherfucker who shoot a motherfucker, but tell you, a motherfucker, a motherfucker shoot 95% from the free throw. As soon as the game on the line, nigga, that shit might clank. You feel me? Like,
yeah, that's cool. That's cool, and I see. Me personally, I see both sides of it. I think they should have ran the ball, probably one last play with a timeout, just to see what you can do. But Wes also made a good point, bruh. The nigga, you get Derrick Henry the ball, there's a high probability that he might fumble this motherfucker, and we might lose the game any fucking way. So therefore, fuck the run, let you go out and get the kicker out there. But I mean, what y'all explaining, bro, it just sounds like your kicker shouldn't be a rookie. Like, why did you like, what the fuck, nigga?
That's
you
another
knew
good point. Yeah, if you worried about that, yeah.
You knew, man, come on, bro. Like, this is a football game. It's 50 seconds left, 40, however many seconds left. Nigga, 9 times out of 10, we're not scoring a touchdown. We only down 2 fucking points. So at the end of the day, we have a field goal in our back pocket, regardless of what happens. We got Lamar Jackson, we got Zay Flowers, and whoever. We know for sure we're going to get down the field. We have no doubt in our mind that we're going to get down the field. But your kicker is a fucking rookie. So maybe your kicker shouldn't have been a rookie, because when it comes to a situation like this, now when he missed the kick, we give him bail because he a rookie. Fuck no. Nigga, you shouldn't. Damn, if you can't you ain't miss a kick under 50 yards all year. This is week 18, my nigga. This is week 18. From week 1
also
to
not the
from
first
week
pressure
1.
kick you had all year. Not the first pressure.
Bro, from week 1 to week 18. I don't know how many kicks he had under 50, but I know if it's 17, 18 weeks, I know it had to been a lot. So for him to be undefeated, I mean, I said undefeated. I'm fucking tripping. For him to not miss a kick under 50 yards all year, and it comes down to this point right here, and this is the time you missed the kick, I'm not giving you no fucking bail. You shouldn't be on the team then. What the fuck? Like, nigga, you ain't missed one. Not one.
I agree. Get him out.
So I mean, bro,
I
Hey,
do, I
Tibbs with
do, I
score
do see both. I do see both sides to it though. Like I'm not. I don't want to make it seem like the other side isn't right. I do think both sides are right, and I think that's fair to say. To me, bro, I believe in both things can be true. Two things can be true at the same time. But goddamn, you can't.
On Lamar.
Bro, the defense for biggest, the sure get the biggest most thing, blame. yeah, the biggest.
Yeah, the defense is number one.
When I talked, I didn't really talk a lot, but when Ev asked me a question, I said 17-14. Whoever get the last kick, I didn't pick a winner. Whoever get the last kick, I said I think that's who's gonna win. The Ravens ultimately had the last kick and they missed. And you know what I mean? My score prediction was right.
Cut out.
You cut out.
Yeah.
Cut out.
Hey, did y'all give energy to that leverage shit at the end of the game?
That should have been the call.
Didn't give any.
I think it should have been
a penalty.
It's funny.
Should have been a penalty.
It's
I
funny
didn't
you
even
asked that,
see it
Lo.
until afterwards. Somebody posted it, but I didn't even see it
Jason
actually
Corey
during the
posted
game.
it.
But nah, I didn't give
Black.
any. I didn't. It shouldn't have come down to that. I didn't give any carry to that at all. In fact, when somebody posted, I saw it
respect
was
that,
like,
by the way,
okay,
Miss
and
Gina.
doing.
When we
I
were
respect that, by the
watching
way.
it, when we were watching it in here, I literally said they could call leverage because I saw it immediately. He definitely touched him and he definitely jumped over him. I don't think it necessarily affected the kick, but I mean it would have been by the
think
rule
they
technically correct call.
At the end of the day,
They weren't going to call it, even though they called it on us in the last game. In a moment like that, they were not going to call it because that's just now. I will say in these two games, I feel like, and I very rarely bring up refs. I feel like the reffing was definitely more slanted towards helping out the Steelers than like it was like they looked for. And I'm not saying we didn't commit penalties, but it seemed like, both sides of the ball commit penalties on every single play. Like that's just period. It happens every single play. I do feel like they were eagle-eyed on the Ravens. They were eagle-eyed on the Ravens, and especially starting the game. So I wouldn't have expected them to call that, but ironically, they called a similar thing when we played them in the last game, which put the Steelers back on the field, and they scored a touchdown when we played them the first time. So the referee was the refs are not the reason why we lost this game. I am not saying that. I'm not saying that the refs are the reason we lost the game. But I feel like the reffing was definitely slanted more positively towards the Steelers in both of the games that we played this season. I'm just saying that.
The other thing I wanted to say, I already made a point in the
Yeah,
chat
you
about
have a right
if
to
it is
hold
a
them
little bit
accountable.
if it was a little bit of a wash because the Pittsburgh kicker obviously missed the extra point too. And that's kind of some of the things you got to deal with. Like other players are going to make mistakes, and it's only 1 or 2 points here ultimately that can decide the game, but it is also one possession out of 10. So that's why I can't have Luke that much higher, but he definitely deserves some blame because it's his job at the end of the day to make that kick.
Well,
He does, but I put the game lost on the defense, period. The defense was terrible, especially in the second half. I don't feel like he should have been in that situation per se, although, yes, you wanted, but you got a rookie kicker. And this was you couldn't even get more bias as far as a regular season game. You couldn't, there is nothing he did this season that was the level of pressure of that moment last night. Nothing else that he saw this season. And he is a rookie. He was no Justin Tucker. We're spoiled because we had a Justin Tucker who came out as a rookie and was part of the reason we won the Super Bowl his rookie year. So that's what we've been used to for years. We know that he's gone. We know why he's gone, even though, and we had struggled too. Like the last 2 years, Tucker was missing, and he definitely lost games for us last year. Tucker lost several games for the Ravens last year, most notably one of the Steelers games. He for sure lost for us last year. So I would say if he was here, he probably would have made the shot out, but he was missing a lot of stuff too. But I feel like if the defense had played better in that second half, it might not, like if you just score, then you let the other team score, and then you go back and score. He like as a football fan, that fourth quarter was a great quarter to watch as an NFL fan. As a Ravens fan, it sucked. But as an NFL fan, that was fun to go back and forth exchanging touchdowns. But why didn't my defense stop something? Why didn't you keep them? Now, Wouzier fell down. He slipped and fell down on that one. And that's how, was that Calvin Austin was able to run in or whoever it was? Because the Wouzier fell down. So he was wide. Nobody was over there. But they were wide open. It's not like Aaron Rodgers was having to sling balls into tight coverages. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. Our defense was just complete crap. He was throwing the ball to his receivers wide open or doing the same little throw out to the flat, and Kenneth Gainwell was running like he was Derrick Henry. That dude has actually played well all year long. I drafted that dude in a few leagues. They ran the same play, and the fact that they ran the same play, and I'll go back to it again, and our defense didn't stop it. That game is on the defense to me. Yes, Loop should have made it, but that game is on the defense to me.
All right. Anyone else want to close out the Ravens and the Steelers segment of the show this morning? Afternoon now. Sorry. All right. To wrap it up,
can I ask you a question about it?
Lamar. I mean, Ev, I do have a question as well. Go ahead, process. You guys first.
Who do you want to be the coach if you fire Harbaugh? Do you care? Like, do you have like a name in mind?
I don't have a name in mind. They had the same conversation.
Whoa.
We had the same conversation numerous times in here.
Well, now with like Stefanski gone and shit like that.
I always forget the name that they say. But not process. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about the draft. To be honest, bro, at this moment. What's up?
Do you have a preference in the defense guy or offensive guy? Should that happen?
Prefer offensive.
Because I think the defense.
I prefer offensive.
The defensive guys
with a good defensive coordinator.
The defensive guys have been a little bit more hotter with Halfley and Mentor.
Clint Kubiak, go win. If you're a serious organization, go get Clint Kubiak. Anybody else? Don't give a fuck.
What was the question?
You wouldn't like Stefanski?
Stefanski's a loser bum that has no mentality. I don't want him.
And the question that I had, Amadou said that A-Rod had the best throw of the night. Do you agree with that?
The best throw of the night? Was that the Thielen throw?
Yeah. I believe so. That's what he's referring to.
That was a great throw. Shit, I also think that Lamar throw to Zay Flowers was a great throw, but I think Thielen, the window that he put that on, and the anticipation of his receiver to go get it, that was good too. I think Lamar made the best play or best plays of the night. I think you can say A-Rod had the best throw for sure.
Lamar had the best play, and A-Rod had the best throw.
Yeah, I can say that because that throw was difficult. Magina said people were wide open. Yeah, that was true, but Thielen was not wide open on that throw. The way A-Rod put that ball right there, it looked like he was in Green Bay. But other than that, like I think that Friday move catch was on third down. Like that defense lost the game. That was so terrible. Friday move caught the ball in the seam on third down. I think, bro, it was crazy.
Bro, this is what I was explaining to DMAC last night.
That was 3rd and 8. It's crazy. That lost the game, bro. They got a touchdown. They would have had to kick a field goal.
Yo, they converted on 3rd and 17. They converted on 3rd and I think 22. That's been the defense has done that all season long.
I kept saying how Lamar. Yeah, I was saying from the standpoint, like our conversation about Lamar, how like I just think sometimes, to whom much is given, or whatever, and quickly.
You in a blender.
Now you're in a blender.
Screw it.
All right. But yeah, to wrap it up, I think.
All right, we tried it.
Oh, well, you clear now? Or you want to try it?
No, it's gonna keep going in and out. I can't make it quick.
To wrap it up, I think a lot of people said some good things about the game. I heard something that was really good. The timely runs, that's what got the Steelers offense clicking. Amadou even spoke to how that was Jordan Wood that made that point, but Amadou also spoke to how he knew pressure would not get home. A-Rod was comfortable. Once A-Rod got comfortable toward to the end of the second quarter, I think Z-Farm spoke on this. And don't get me wrong, Gilman, man, we made I jumped for joy when we made that play because I thought he was going to score a touchdown, 100%. I like, they going for a touchdown, rightfully so. 2 seconds left. They might as well go for it. They right there. We get to stop. I'm feeling good going into halftime because I know they got the ball coming out of halftime. But that drive right there was the changer where A-Rod was comfortable. And he was comfortable from the rest of that game. And after that, they mixed in the runs with Warren out the backfield, who picked up like 5 to 10 yards per carry in the second half, and then Gainwell catching out the backfield, and after that, A-Rod just making all the throws. So, and the thing
What
about
was
the Steelers' possession, they were long drives. Like they killed us in the time of possession, so that was a big thing as well.
what did they do in their first drive right after the half? The Steelers.
12-play touchdown.
Yeah, 6, 7.
See,
Just scored a field goal.
I've been telling y'all all year, bro. That first drive after half is so important for both teams, bro. That'd be the drive right there to set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so
So,
that was that.
But Woods, even the drive before that, they got all the way down to the 1 yard line. They just
yeah. In the I think somebody said that even somebody on one of the broadcasts a few weeks ago too that I heard after I made that point here is like the last 4 minutes and the first 4 minutes, some shit like that of each half of the halves.
Middle eight. The middle eight. Yep.
The middle. Yep.
All right, so again, shout out to the Steelers. It's a blessing. Well, not a blessing in a good way, but well, that's the wrong thing to say. The season is over. Shit, both my football team season's over, so I get to actually just watch football from a fan perspective. I'm going for Miami the rest of the way, and I'm still firm with the Broncos the rest of the way as well. We will talk more. Well, I don't know if I had the Broncos or the Rams, either or, but that's my Super Bowl matchup.
Thought you had the fucking Rams.
Yeah, that's what I don't know if I had the Broncos or the Rams, but that's my Super Bowl matchup. I probably had the Rams. That's my fault for saying that. I have my matchup for some time now, but the playoffs are set. That's on the topic of the show today as well. We'll probably dive into that a little bit later on today after we get through these couple of games. And if not, I will save a little bit for some of it for tomorrow as well, since we only got the power rankings to do, which will be talking about the 10 best teams going into the playoffs. So I want to have some conversation for tomorrow's show as well around the NFL, and then we also be picking up the NBA and college basketball as well over the weekend as well. So next we got we're gonna jump to Saturday because Sunday was sort of kind of like whatever, but we can chime in on a little bit as we want to. I only watched 2 games this weekend. I didn't get to watch the Seattle and San Fran game because I was at a birthday dinner, but I did watch the Tampa Bay and the Carolina game. But even whatever I got to say about this game, it don't really even matter that much because Carolina's in the playoffs anyway. So all I really got to say is, bro, man, the Bucks, man, they wet the bed this year. It's really unfortunate. The Panthers ended the year off pretty well, and I think out of all the NFC South teams, well, Falcons ended the year well too. Shit, they all ended the year 8-9, but it's good for them to get at least some type of experience, I would say, and to find out if they want Bryce Young to be the quarterback of the future still or not. I don't know, but it's good for Tet to get some playoff experience, Coker to get some playoff experience. He had a great touchdown in that game, and then as far as the Bucks, I don't know. I guess just be healthy and improve that defense. To be honest, this was a tough game to watch because it was raining like crazy in the first half. Like the rain was ridiculous. Like it was hard for them to even play in that condition. To be honest, I think it stopped raining in the second half. But ultimately, the Bucks got the win 16-14. Again, they're eliminated from the playoffs because the Falcons beat the Saints. So the Panthers are in regardless. So whatever I had to say about this game, it really don't matter. The Panthers are in the playoffs and they're facing the Packers.
The Rams.
The Rams.
Okay. Yeah. Any of y'all got anything to add about that? I don't know how y'all feel about that. If y'all feel the same way as me.
The Bucks are a bad team. Obviously, they still were able to win this game, all things considered. But they're a bad team. They didn't deserve to make the playoffs. So the Falcons, I suppose, putting them out of their misery is how it probably should end for them this year. It was ugly watching that game from both quarterbacks' perspectives. It was tough. It was tough to watch. Offenses were sloppy in general because of the bad footing, obviously the rain, etc. There were drops. I know I went into the Discord. I said first bet I placed on this game once I saw the weather was an interception by both quarterbacks, and they cashed me out on that. So it was an ugly game to watch. Bucks were able to win this pillow fight. The Rams obviously should not lose to this Panthers team. They obviously did it already in the regular season. They can't lose the second time. That would be a massive disappointment, in my opinion.
Well said, my brother. Anyone else want to add some words on this? It's 107. We have a good time. If not,
I hope I just hope that they're. It's not really about It's about the game. I think Bryce did step up in this game. Made a few plays, but just overall on him, I'm still kind of. He might be one of the quarterbacks in the league where it's like them is the most confusing as far as like if you're sold or not on them moving forward. And it makes it interesting going into next year to see how they have to make the decisions. But they should get blasted by the Rams. Like the game should be close, but I don't know if it will end up that way. It's playoff football still at the end of the day.
Yep.
And that game is in Carolina.
Yep.
Yes.
If it's raining again, then you never know. That's what they should hope for. They should hope for rain. They should hope for the weather to be as bad as possible. Because that can be the great equalizer in almost any game.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately for Tampa, won the game, won the battle, lost the war, whatever. But you shouldn't have lost to the Dolphins. You shouldn't have lost to the Saints. You shouldn't have lost to just a whole bunch of games that they lost that they shouldn't have. Like, no way you go 6-2 to start the year and then you don't finish above 500. So they did it to themselves, and hopefully they make the changes that they need.
We broke them, bro.
Hey, maybe, but it is what it is. So
to me, this is just another team needs to fire their head coach. I said it last year if they lost to the Commanders, Todd Bowles has to go. He's not a good coach. Really, the Bucky Irving as well to me. I might be wrong with this. He didn't look the same to me after the back injury. I felt that Tucker was the better back. I felt when Tucker was playing, obviously they lost those games, but they were a better offense. Yeah, just Bucky not being who he was. Mike Evans with the collarbone. Yeah, they just had a shit ton of injuries, but their defense has so much. It's just such a mid defense. I can't defend what they are. But Todd Bowles, this should be his last season. It should be. Either this should be his last season or next season. He needs to be entering the season on the hot seat. He should not be anywhere near safe in terms of a job next year.
I think this is.
Yeah, I was gonna say exactly what Z Farm said. Cause watching them this whole season, like they started off that they were like 6-2 at a point, and then the fucking floor fell out the bottom of the team. Like Todd Bowles lost that locker room. Like you look at all the vets weren't happy. The young guys are unprepared because he calls the defense. And if you call the defense and this is the second year straight that they've been top of the league at blown coverages, and like you're calling the defense, it's not somebody else that's like putting those calls in. You're not a good it's like what are you here for? You're not a good leader of men at this point because your voice is old. They don't like the team doesn't care for it. You're not a great fucking like situational coach because he's one of the worst in the fucking league at that shit. You're not a good DC anymore. It's like, why are you here? You're living off of what you coaching the defense of a Super Bowl team that was built by Bruce Arians and had the greatest of all time offense. Like they wasted literally. I think Z Farm was talking about like how y'all should have kept Mike McDonald. They should have never let Liam Combs out that door. Like, and you see, like he was a big part of turning Trevor around and having this Jags team look like what they are. And you stay with fucking Todd Bowles and the season's over. So, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Appreciate y'all. I would definitely love. And by the way, y'all, please, if you're a fan of the football or your team, please use today as the last day, realistically, to be able to talk about your team, obviously, with the non-playoff teams. Ravens included, Bengals fans, Lions fans, if there's any Browns fans, Saints fans, Falcons fans, whoever. If you want to talk about your team, feel free to use this day at this moment to just recap your whole entire season and just what you're looking forward to next year. Obviously, we're going to talk about this more in the summertime, June, July, so forth, but this would be the last day we're talking about, realistically, should be the last day we're talking about non-playoff teams. Cough, cough, unless number 8 get brought up. Just being real. Until the draft, at least. Until the draft. So, Commanders, Dolphins, Cardinals. Shit, we don't got no Raiders fans, but Raiders, whoever. Did you use today to talk about this, what your team did in the week 18, and then also just this whole entire season, what you're looking forward to next year. And again, we'll
can we establish this? Can we establish this ahead of time? If you bring up and take a shot at another team, that means that Lamar and the Ravens are fair game. We can't do the fake.
Who I take a shot at just now?
I'm saying if you do it in the future.
Oh, okay. Yes, yeah, I agree. Yeah, but I'm not speaking on none of them guys. Like, yeah, I didn't make the playoffs myself, so I'm not speaking on nobody that didn't make the playoffs either. Ain't nothing to say. Shit, we can all talk to each other though. The non-playoff teams, we can have a little, like Lara said, come on the couch.
I told y'all I've been in
Hey,
Cancun for a long time, bro. I've been in Cancun for a long time, man. I've been enjoying it.
What's up,
Jamal Chase headed to Cancun right now. He said, so hey, I'm with him.
I'm not gonna lie, Justin, you in like a whole nother room though. Like you not in there. Like, come on, bro.
I'm in the championship cabana. There's a lot of rooms poolside. I gotta say, a lot of room
It's
poolside.
not that big of a couch,
man.
8-9, brother. A lot of teams are 8-9.
It's not that big of a couch, bro. You can see a
He said
little
Justin got his
little
own
stairs
suite.
and shit, bro.
You on the couch just like me, bro.
He said, can we do a
Get a chair, bro.
But
little chair on the side.
I would like a dive into the
Spectacular.
Seattle and San Fran game. I did have a switch. I told y'all on Friday. I think I told y'all on Friday. I had the Niners winning. That was pre-trend news. Even with the trend news, I still had the Niners winning. But when I saw Ricky out, I shifted to the Seahawks. Obviously, it wasn't a show for me to say, but in my mind, I shifted. They ended up winning 13-3. I would like to hear what went down in this game. What led the Seattle Seahawks beating the number one seed now and winning the game 13-3. I heard the 49ers left a lot of points on the board or something like that. I don't really know. And they couldn't run the ball, obviously.
Yeah, Seattle ran the ball pretty well. Sam did just enough. There's a couple bad plays in there, but he didn't hurt them. I'll say that he didn't hurt them as much as I thought he would hurt them going into the game. He did enough for what the Niners were presented. They couldn't really run the ball. They couldn't sustain drive. They couldn't convert drive. Like this was pretty much domination, bro. Like it really never really felt like the Niners got a good footing in this game. It was really a Seattle type of football game the whole way. In terms of it just being a game where punting is not a bad option, not turning the ball over is almost as good as scoring. I was waiting for that for San Fran to pop for a couple scores in the fourth quarter, and it just didn't happen. I think they had a drive or two late where Kittle had a couple nice completions. I think it was a nice ball to Jennings as well late. What drive was that? I don't know if DMAC or Wilson remembers where they were going to score and it ended up falling flat. I think it was a completion to Jennings and a completion to Kittle on that drive. But
Are you talking about the CMC interception where it came off his hands and it got to
yes, that one. Yes, that drive. Yeah,
That was a tough one right there.
Yeah, the ball got tipped, so you can say it's not on CMC, but ball hits you in the hands, bro. I'm always a proponent of you got to catch it if the ball is like right in your hands, and he not only did he drop it, he got it picked off, and that was pretty much the game at that point. I think if they convert that, I would have picked them to go and finish the game off, or come back and win the game. But once you do that, and that was your only real sustained drive or your best drive in the game, it's wraps at that point because Seattle was able to run the ball and play ball control. And I will say Sam made, even though he didn't do a lot, he made some timely throws to kind of hold them off in the last couple drives and keep their drives aligned and make it so that there wasn't a lot of time for San Fran to come back. So he made a couple timely throws in the fourth quarter, like 3 of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Who did that?
I don't think that game was.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, Sam made a few timely throws on conversions for some conversions in that fourth quarter.
I'm mad I missed this game. I wish Ryan was up here. And quick excuse real quick, and before Joe goes, a 49ers fan. By the way, y'all, when we get to your game, please, if you want to come up and chime in on your team, feel free to come up. If not, obviously, I'll just make up things on the fly with the stage with whatever they got to say about their particular team or matchup, and we'll work our way down. But I wish Ryan was up here because Ryan came here like a month ago. Not saying he was wrong at that time, but he came here like a month ago and said Seattle first round exits, they have no run game. But over the last couple of weeks, the run game been good. So I don't know, like, did something change with their run game? Like what is it? Like, I don't know.
Not. And I said this last Monday, and I got feedback and pushback. I said they just run the ball a lot. That's their main problem. Both running backs average 4 yards a carry. They just run the ball a shit ton. They run the ball a shit ton in garbage time, and they get stopped. So, when they need to, they can run the ball. And I've been saying about this team all season. They do all three. They do offense, they do defense, they do special teams. Like Jordan Woods just said, Sam Darnold, when they needed him to make a throw, he did. When they needed to run the football, They did. When they needed a stop, they got it every time. When they needed a good special teams play, they got it. That's what Seattle's built on. That's what Mike McDonald came over to Seattle, and that's the foundation. That's the culture that he's built. Is all 53 guys matter. All 53 guys play. And I've been telling you all about this team all season. I told you on Monday that this was going to happen. And 3 point. I didn't think it was going to be 3 points, but for how hot they were, I knew it was going to come to an end. So, shout out to Seattle, first round bye. NFC goes through Seattle, and I don't see a team that beats them in the playoffs. They're a very good team. They're a well-coached team, and this is only the beginning of this era. This dare I say, new dynasty in the NFC.
Before
you just cursed the fuck out of them, by the way. But I'm actually more concerned for the Niners. Rundy heading into Philly with that performance. But I'm happy to see Seattle got a run game, though. It's interesting. Hopefully, whoever they play the second round, they can replicate it. Because you do need a run game to win.
Yeah.
You definitely need it.
I'm not saying that it's the be. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, I'm not saying it's the be all end all. I would just say it was not a good sign for the Niners offense. The fact that they couldn't have a more successful day versus Seattle defense. I mean, and that's not to say that, they can't have success with the Eagles. They can. There's different ways to get after the Eagles that you can't necessarily do versus the Seahawks, but they are really going to need to have them lead the charge here. I'm a little bit concerned about the fact that Seattle only had, 13 points. 2 missed field goals is going to be a part of that, so you can say that too. But you probably should have had a better output versus this 49ers defense. All that being said, Seattle is in the pole position. They get the extra week off, which is going to be major for them. And obviously they have the added benefit of the fact that everything now runs through Seattle, which we know is an incredible home field advantage. So it puts them in a good spot for this. I just would have wanted to see a little bit of a better offensive performance for Seattle. I still have real questions about the Niners defense, but the fact that they still were only, all things considered, to keep them to 13 points. And it's not like I feel incredibly better about the Philadelphia Eagles offense versus the Seattle's offense. So I don't know what that's going to end up looking like. It could just end up being an out-talent thing for Philly as far as that matchup is concerned, but we got time to dig into that. I don't think this was a great game for either one of those teams, but obviously it was better for Seattle, and they earned the 1 seed.
I don't think that 13 points.
I would say, bro, they like, I hear the shit Z Farm saying, bro, but when they put up 13 points, if when they get to the goal line, if CMC just catch the motherfucking ball, and let's say he didn't score, he went out of bounds at the 1 yard line. You punch that in, it's 13-10. You put the pressure on Seattle to go down and make a play, or get some points, score a touchdown, whatever. This is a totally different game, bro. So I mean, yeah, you can poo on the Niners defense, cool. But they made stops. They got stops when they were supposed to get stops. They just didn't get the points. They didn't convert on the points game. And to me, I don't like. I was gonna say what D-Mac just said. I wasn't impressed with either one teams. Neither one of these teams. To be honest, like it was a cool game, bro. Like it wasn't nothing crazy. Like 13-3. Niners fucked up on the goal line, got a pick, kind of stalled out their whole shit, killed their whole momentum. And I think the Seahawks went to go get a field goal on that drive after the interception. They kind of cut the game, but the game wasn't crazy, bro. I wasn't impressed with either one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll say this. I think Seattle, in terms of just Seattle, I feel like Seattle kind of overwhelmed them a little bit on the line of scrimmage. It felt like, at least. Seattle was being able to run the ball. Now, I do think in terms of them only scoring 13 points, right? What, you missed 2 field goals. You turned it over on downs on goal to goal. So there was definitely points out. They left a lot of points on the board, it felt like. So I did think their offense performed better than the 13 points that they ultimately scored, but offensively, a hell of an effort defensively. Now, granted, the Niners, Kittle is banged up, Trent's not there, Ricky's not there. So they did have a lot of guys that were banged up that probably you could have had a different day offensively for the Niners case. But shout out to Seattle, because all they really needed to do was win the game, get a week off, and you get home games from here on out to the bowl. So shout out to them. Yeah, they just all they needed to do was win the game. However it looked, They just won the game. Mission accomplished. Now you reset. You get 2 weeks off and prepare for the playoffs. So
15-2 on the road, by the way. Mike McDonald is in his first 2 years. 15-2. It didn't really matter if they got the number 1 seed. 15-2 in away games.
15
Baker's
What a
gonna
guy!
have a lot of time.
What a head coach! What a guy!
15-2.
I can't give him enough credit.
That's an insane stat.
Last year they were 7-1. This year they were 8-1.
I don't think anybody glazes a team that is not their own like Z Farm does Seattle, man. It is something
impressive trait.
That's a crazy stat. I want to say before Joe go, as a 49ers fan, shout out to JSN.
There are other candidates, Steve.
Shout out to JSN. He finished the season with 1,793 yards and 10 touchdowns. This is the 8th highest receiving yards in a single season for a wide receiver, I believe. So shout out to him. And then Joe, feel free to talk about your 49ers, brother. And you are heading into the playoffs. You got the Philadelphia Eagles next week.
Yeah, I got a lot to say. So let's start off with a couple of things. So far, this we're 2-3 under the new era of Mike McDonald against him. I feel like on Saturday, Kyle decided to wake up and call the worst game possible of the season. I feel like we let a lot of opportunities on the field slip by. I feel like he played conservative this game. Going into last week, the prior week when we were going to against the Bears, I saw him have his foot on the neck and consistently try to go for it on 4-1. There were two instances the game where we just didn't go for it on 4-1, and I feel like in a game where we couldn't get our offense to find a rhythm. I feel like we should have just gone for it because of the fact that we knew the stakes of this game. I feel like they woke up and they had this game circle ever since week 1 that we beat them at home. It's a division rivalry game, so you wake up for those. But we were out executed. I mean, there were guys getting hit left and right, very, very physical. They dead punched us in the face. And I just felt like we were a bunch of pussies out there. That's straight up how I feel. We weren't physical. We didn't show no pride. We didn't play with speed. We didn't play with heart. Those are things that, at the end of the week, when you realize that you're a 12-win team and you have the opportunity to get some rest with the guys that are hurt, and not seize it was a complete waste. Was from the coaching staff to the players for not waking up and executing. And to Seattle side, I give them a lot of credit because at the end of the day, they limited the weapons that we had. Obviously, it's tough when you have Kendrick Bourne and you have fucking DeMarcus Robinson as your wide receiver, which is 1-2, and then you got Kittle and our best blocker is usage, and then we're not running no double tight end sets because Kyle's allergic to use other personnel, and then keep Brian Robinson in the bench when he came into the game a couple times and he showed some spurts off the line when we were creating gaps for him because he's a physical running back. I mean, I just don't understand. We decided to run the ball, but at the end of the day, I would have taken my chances and try to at least have Purdy play one-on-one. And like the defense. To the defense part, I'm proud at the fact, like, I'm not scared of no team that we're gonna go into the playoffs seeing, because of the fact that this is the best defense in the league, or them, or the Houston. Like, those are the two best defenses. Like, if that's a defense that they only allowed us to score, the fun fact, that was the first time in Kyle's career he was ever held to 3 points in his career. So he got out executed and out coached this game. And as a Niners, I don't know if that's the case when he was a coordinator as a Seahawk, but I know that for sure as a Niner, he had never allowed for 3 points to be only scored in our offense, no matter who the quarterback was. So, I mean, I think going into next week, we're gonna get Ricky back, hopefully. I mean, I'm done with him. He's cool. He did a lot in Florida. He was a Gator guy. I saw some of his. He's good. He's okay, but he's not healthy. Why do I want that on my team when your best ability is availability? Like you know that we had problems on the defensive side once Warner and once Bosa got down, and on Lynch he didn't do anything as well either. So he put that little face and he's going around going viral and shit. That's your fault, my brother. You didn't decide to make a move for somebody, for a linebacker, for a safety, for an edge, somebody. Nobody to help. But we're going into next week, and I feel pretty confident. I feel like we had to lose in order to pretty much get into the rhythm of okay, now we're in the tourney. I like my chances against anybody.
Appreciate that, my brother. Thank
You
you, my
don't
brother.
think the lack of players is gonna like show the like what you just said?
I think if our offense doesn't have a repetitive and I could attest to Cal's coaching in the playoffs because the only two games that outside the Super Bowls obviously the Rams game that we lost where Jimmy G put up a stinker and I'm forgetting maybe another playoff game. Outside of that, there's only been like two playoff games off the top of my head where okay, we didn't execute, but we got it some way somehow done. I trust my coaching staff in these moments. I feel like we could go to any building, and if we wake up to play the way that we play, we're gonna be good and have a shot with anybody. There's no runaway team in the NFC. Every single team has shown a flaw consistently, week in, week out. Conversations have been had throughout the spaces about the same theme. So if don't be surprised if we go into playoff matches where not necessarily for my team, but for other teams, pull an upset because that's just the way that the season has been. Crazy kickoffs, crazy field goal endings, turnovers by that's the margin of the playoffs. One stop, two stops. Get the ball. Who's gonna make that stop? Who's gonna score the ball when we need to score? I feel confident.
Preach. You definitely said facts. That NFC race will be tight. I want to say before.
It's Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say something. I forgot. Before I pass to the break, and you can respond back to Joe real quick, Jordan. Before
Mhm. Only thing I was gonna say is that stat about Kyle and the not coming back from 7 points or more, whatever, in the fourth quarter. I just feel like as long as that's a thing for them on a playoff run, unless you have the one seed, that's just always gonna be a thing. And so that's gonna be something for them to overcome because it's hard to envision unless you are the one seed and you can just have less games to play. It's hard to envision never needing to come from behind and eventually winning a Super Bowl unless you're just one of the more dominant teams ever. So they got to get over that at some point where they come back and win a game. I don't know if this is necessarily the game to do it because of the personnel that they had out, but I just thought they flashed that stat during the game and I was just thinking about it like, damn, if you got to win 4 games in the Super Bowl and you can't ever come back from 7 points or more in the fourth quarter, that's a problem. Like you got to be able to come back at some point.
I mean, we done it twice. We did it once against the Packers. Not the stat. Well, that was 1-38. That's his career record against those. That like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm talking about
39
that
now.
stat specifically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
Like,
specifically.
but
Yeah.
in the playoffs, we've shown to done it. We did it against your team, Detroit, and we did it against the Packers and came back. So I feel confident.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you feel confident. I don't know if this team is that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if this team is those teams. Like, those teams to me were we're all around stacked and more healthy. But I don't know if this team has the ability to do that. But maybe they will.
I mean, we shown our biggest strength has been our coaching and the availability to just gut it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm
If we
saying. Yeah,
gotta,
I think the availability is the thing that's really keeping me back from the ability for this team to do that this year.
we have a
Let-
four win quarterback playoff player. 4 wins in and the last time he was in Philadelphia, he got hurt. He didn't even complete the game. So in a playoff setting, obviously. But it's like I feel confident. We have Kittle, we have CMC that's still still best in the world, top 2 running back in the league, like top
What
3,
league?
I gotta
top
don't do
3 in the league
don't do it. Look, hey Joe, I got a question though.
from a receiving and from a running standpoint. Who's up there with
He's
him?
not better than
I got a
Bijan or
question.
Gibbs.
I
Oh,
said top
my
3,
guy,
bro.
Bijan Robinson.
He's not as explosive anymore, and I
Or
could
He's just
A-Chain,
not
100%
better. Like
attest.
it's cool. Like
or
he's just not
A-Chain, to
better.
be honest with you, but
Or
He's just
yeah,
not.
he,
Yeah, he,
but look, but question though, Joe. Do you think, which, and I'll just say this because I know we'll preview the actual games probably in more detail, but do you have an issue on your lines of scrimmage on either side?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like if Trent is not there, I mean, our offensive line has surprisingly become decent. But when we're going against obviously physical teams, I mean, the only physical team that's in the NFC, it's Seattle. It's Seattle. Like their line. Outside of that, I mean, and Philadelphia because of
Damn.
Jalen Carter. Outside of that, there's nobody else.
Okay.
So you wouldn't say like your offensive line's a liability against
I
this
wouldn't say it
current
has it no because they're good. They have been a good pass protecting offensive line, but we still haven't. We average only 4 yards a carry, and that's like or less than that, and that's like a low for a Kyle Ryan team. Obviously, you know Kyle's scheme. He loves to establish the run and then play off the pass or whatnot. But like for a guy that hasn't had a dominant running game all year, we still get the ball and push it down the field on whatever teams we face.
That's
Wasn't that
half.
question a two-parter though? Didn't you also ask him about defensive side of the ball too?
I did.
Oh
I
yeah,
asked
on
him
the
all.
defensive side, yeah, we're food. We have no linebackers. But the thing about that, it's been iterated time and time again. Ever since Fred went down, it's like it doesn't matter how it looks, just get the time stops. They don't care about making like eliminate the big plays. Eliminate them from getting the explosive plays. So outside like the Bears game, that I think we were like top 5 or top 6 in like holding explosive plays defensively. So like for a mediocre, shitty defense that we've been all year, the scheme seems to be working as well too.
Yeah.
But would you also argue the teams that you've played, I want to say the quarterback per se, but just those
We
teams
face real
aren't
receivers. We face real receivers. We face
okay.
Puka. We face JSN. We are in a division where there's real receivers. We played guys that are we've been able to they've gotten their numbers, but look at the dubs we got. We swept. Didn't we sweep the Rams this year?
You
No,
did
y'all
not.
split
No,
with
y'all
them.
split. Y'all split.
And the
Oh yeah,
second
yeah,
time
yeah,
was
yeah.
not a close game.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
second
but
time was.
that was the mistake. Mac Jones didn't show up to play. He had a bad game.
He was fine. Your defense just gave up almost 50 points, but your defense.
Yeah, because of the fact that our offense couldn't do anything because Mac Jones was playing bad. I remember.
50 is a lot, gang. Almost
Wait,
Yeah,
50.
what?
when your offense can't produce
It was like
points and
it was
then
like 42. It was like 42. It was like 42
they
or something
ran the
like
ball.
that.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
42 to 26. We put up 26 points. Imagine if Mac Jones actually kept being consistent though. We put up 26 with backups.
What did you want to say?
I get what you're saying, but you just can't really necessarily put that all on Mac
42.
Jones, and that's not the expectation he has for that team per se.
To me, I don't know. I look at the Niners and I'm just like, I don't see a team
The
that's
lost art of
strong.
complimentary football.
Like all the toys are cool. The CMCs, the Kittles, the Ricky Pearsalls, and like this shit. The offensive tools it's
I like
cool, but like a lot of football is won on the 5 guys protecting the quarterback and the 5 guys that go after the quarterback. And I don't think the Niners have an advantage on either end. And I see their playoffs being pretty short because of that. But we'll see. Obviously. So.
What did you want to say about
If we wake up and our offense and our lines make stops, like I said, what has Philadelphia's offense done consistently all year? We have games where Jalen Hurts hasn't even gotten a passing yard in the second half.
Yeah,
Let's be realistic now.
Okay. I mean, I would say that I think when they get Lane Johnson back, which that will probably their ability to run the ball will probably get better than it has been. And your defense isn't exactly one that's shown to have much resistance, especially when you play better teams. So
But just how my team has inconsistencies, every team has inconsistencies in this playoff field. Like, who's for sure you think if you have two top lock or top three locks, like for the Super Bowl out of each conference?
From the NFC side, I'd probably say Seattle and the Rams, but that's just my opinion. Like that's just flat out.
Okay,
But
okay. So now, what you're saying that I can easily say Seattle hasn't shown me nothing on offense either that can help them win the
I
game.
would say that I think that you Seattle Rams. I think the Eagles are as well, even though you can poke holes at their offense and understandably so. And then I would say the Jaguars, as far as teams that I would say are balanced on both sides of the ball. That's where I would place it.
Yeah.
All right, Brady, what did you want to say about this game, or do you just feel like you got to say it?
No, it's just gonna be short. I said have to pick up. I just feel like from the Seattle standpoint, I'm impressed with their defense. I'm just still not sold on Sam Darnold. That's just me. I just have to really see him during the playoffs for me to be sold on him in general. But I do like how their coach has completely transformed this team from how it looked with damn it, I forgot that boy's name. From Geno Smith to Don. Like I just like how as a team how things have changed and the record that someone brought up on the road and just them having the 1-2 that's amazing. But for the Niners, I'm not gonna lie, I had them beating the Eagles at first, but just hearing these things now and just seeing like the numbers, like I really don't see that no more. Only because of the fact that I didn't think their defense just had this many holes as of late from the Bears game into this game as well. I thought that it would have changed because the Eagles' offense just hasn't looked consistent either. But kind of glad I knew that. That's it.
Appreciate everybody that spoke on the game so far. Shout out to the Seahawks for the season that they had, and even shout out to the Niners for a lot of the things that they overcame this season, and being able to still win games throughout that period and finish the season 12-5. I do want to say though, if it's your first time watching on YouTube, that's the Daily Sports Show Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button on YouTube. And the same way you hear all these different people on the stage, you can join the stage and talk sports with myself and the community as well. All you have to do is join the Fact and Stats Discord, where you will join the stage for the Discord. You will we have watch parties in the Discord. My bad. We have watch parties in the Discord, and also if you do gamble or want to share gambling plays and or tell some gambling plays. If y'all notice, I cut back in that aspect a little bit, at least to start this year, and I'm trying to continue that. But BJ, SJ, Will, Chan, many others, Lawrence, and many others share plays within the Discord. So feel free.
I gotta get back on my feet, bro. I'm getting spanked.
Feel free to join the Fact and Stats Discord for that. Also, if you're watching on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to extend your support on either platform, feel free to become a member and or a sub. The membership link is in the description on the YouTube video. And it's a sub, I think it's right there on your screen when you're looking. We're going to get out of Saturday now. We're going to head over to Sunday again. Well, right at the top, we got the Saints versus the Falcons. This is Justin, the Killy, and BJ. As of right now, probably the last two times being able to talk about their two teams, at least until the draft time a little bit. But the Falcons got to win 8 and finish the season off 8-9. The Saints finished the season 6-11. What do you two fellas got to say about this game, if anything, and y'all season in general? Damn, that's the NFC South for you.
I thought
Bro,
somebody was talking. My bad. No, I thought somebody was talking about predictions.
Yeah, you might as well ask people how they feel about their season at this point.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You
Yeah,
can ask about
it's all about
That might be a better thing
yeah,
to
it's
do.
all it's all in one.
Yeah.
You can talk about the game if you want to, but more so just talk about the recap the whole entire season if you want to, and then we'll just move on.
I mean, I can make the game real quick. Hey, Ari.
Oh, y'all can hear me? Oh, now I'm talking to my dog. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you was
You
talking.
think she was saying hi to you that giddily, bro? She don't fuck with you, bro.
This nigga.
Hello,
but I guess
Justin.
bro.
hey, Ari.
You said hi back. Hi.
But nah, to the game. I mean, we playing the Saints, so it's always gonna be a little more extra juice to the game. It definitely shouldn't have been as close as it was, which I think ultimately led to Raheem getting fired. I definitely think that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, honestly, Kirk didn't really do much. I think the Saints did a good job at kind of limiting Bijan from, doing what he usually does. I think our defense really, really showed up. James Pierce got back-to-back sacks that put him at 10.5 on the season, so he had a really good season, really great rookie season. for someone who gave up a first round pick for. So, shout out to him. Honestly, just a game we swept the Saints, which felt like the first time in forever. So, shout out to them. We went on a high note, and then later on today, we obviously everybody heard the news about us firing Raheem and Terry Fontenot. So, felt about the season. Disappointing for sure. We definitely had high expectations considering the division that we're in and the improvements that we made, and obviously us giving up a first round pick. So we had high expectations. We fell short yet again, which led to Raheem getting fired. He's a good locker room guy, somebody that you can, I guess he can be your friend or your buddy or whatever. But I just think as a head coach material, I don't think that's what Raheem is. I think he's a coordinator kind of guy. Um, it's just too many things that have gone wrong, and he was at the helm of it. Like last year, we had Jimmy Lake as our DC, and our defense was one of the worst. And then we still kept Zach Robinson, and his offense was up and down. So I think those and just the timeouts, the time clock management, just kind of all those things compiled, and not having a first round pick and easy games that we're losing, all that kind of just was enough for Arthur Blank to essentially drop his nuts and fire him. I was really surprised that we fired Raheem because all the reports kept saying we're going to keep him and fire Terry Fontenot. We fired both of them. So, and Terry Fontenot, I mean, we've had since he's been here, we probably had one good draft, and that was this past season. So, we've gotten good players in other drafts, but I mean, those are first round picks. We should be getting a good player regardless. But, I'm looking forward to. I don't really know right now. I mean, we got a whole new regime that we have to look forward to, look out for. I'm seeing Matt Ryan might be, kind of coming in as like in the front office kind of role. So I'm interested to see how that's going to go. Um,
Justin, I saw y'all. I saw
yeah,
the owner Arthur Blank. I think that's his name, right? I saw he put
yeah.
out a statement about, I guess, why he fired Raheem and Terry. I didn't read it though. So I wanted to know if you read it, if you had like a recap or something like that.
I mean, to me, it just felt like we just needed better leadership. That's really what I got from it. Like I think he likes them as people. He has a good relationship with them as people, but I just think we just need better leaders in the organization. So that's really what I got from it. They just weren't doing a good enough job to justify keeping them around. So that's really what I got from it.
I was surprised about the GM. I ain't gonna lie. I thought the last couple. Now I can't speak for the whole time. How long?
Nah,
What never failed?
not you. It's just that
Oh,
when somebody talk and one person cut them off, then everybody else just cut them off, and they never get to finish back what they were originally saying. But
well, it
nah,
was me then. Don't say
no,
it wasn't me. It was
I'm
me.
saying, but
I'll go on
you
mute.
didn't initiate it though. But go ahead though. You might as well continue.
It was me for
No,
real.
No, but I'm
that's
saying it
okay.
always
No, let him
happens.
go ahead and finish.
All
Let him
right,
go
all
ahead
right,
and finish.
all right, all right.
I'm
No,
saying
I
I
mean,
was going to say something, but I was like, oh, I ain't going to say nothing. But then when he did it, I was like, oh, okay. I guess we
See.
can ask him a question. Right, that's
No,
what it is. But don't say it wasn't you. That was a lie. Like, bruh,
no,
I'm
it's
a grown woman.
obviously
It's
it's you,
okay.
Miss Gina. I'm not trying to
It's
Miss Gina,
okay.
I'm not
Oh
babying you up,
man,
Miss
he
Gina.
I'm
lying
But
on
going
I'm
you,
on
Miss
saying,
mute.
Gina.
I'm
Miss
going on
Gina, I
mute.
was
Go
That's
saying
ahead.
I
I'm
wasn't
going
the
crazy.
on.
initiator, Miss
and it's
Gina.
about
That's
to
all I
go
was
Go on
trying
left.
to
mute, Miss
do.
Gina. He don't respect you right now,
I
Miss
wouldn't
Gina,
say you're not the
man. Come
initiator,
on,
Miss
bro.
He
Gina.
treat you and
So,
Z
but
Farm like
I
children. That
wasn't going to
shit
cut off
crazy,
nothing.
man.
No already like jumped into it.
All types of
Nah,
conflict be happening.
Miss
It's
Gina's
all
crazy.
nah,
good.
but
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just looking at the chat where I was, having that little back and forth. Yeah, West, like to West's point, he said the Jets game cost him the job for sure. Because if we win that game, we're in the playoffs, and who knows, he might be able to keep his job. But yeah, honestly, Ev, this season's a disappointment for sure. New regime coming in, we got to make some tough decisions.
Big Mish.
I got a
Wasn't
question
huh?
for Justin when he finishes.
Yeah, you can go ahead. You go ahead. I'm pretty much done.
Wait, D-Mac interrupted. He
No,
I
interrupted to
know.
say,
I'm
I
so
got a
sorry. I
question
didn't
when
mean
he
to
finished.
interrupt you.
That's
No,
still
I'm done. I'm
interrupted.
done.
That
I'm
is
No,
done.
that
still
was interrupted. I'm
interrupted. That's
sorry.
still
Miss
No,
Gina,
it's
go
funny.
ahead. I'm sorry. Go
Nah,
ahead,
nah,
Miss
I
Gina.
do.
I'll
I
echo
do.
what you
I
said.
do.
No, no.
I do want to say this real quick.
I got 10
Y'all believe
questions for you when you
believe
done.
it or not. I know Miss Gina joking
Okay, go
or
ahead.
not. Believe it or not, y'all. I swear. After this, y'all before. When y'all come up here and talk, I appreciate hearing y'all talk about y'all teams or your favorite players and things like that. So I be wanting y'all to get what y'all got to say out very clear. And then if questions fall behind that or things fall behind that, then that's cool. But please, y'all, for 2026, if somebody is saying, unless they say some outrageous shit and you want to just cut them off right then and there and start a debate, cool. But if you just got a question for them, just let them finish first and then, you know what I'm saying, we can work around like that. Because I really like to hear what people got to say pretty clearly in regards to whatever the topic is and what they're saying at the time.
Yeah, but no, but
I
D-Mac,
agree
I
with
think
that.
you had a question. You can go ahead.
Oh, so he
No,
can
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead, but I can't go ahead when I had the
No,
question first.
Miss Gina, did you have a question? My bad.
Miss
I
Gina,
didn't.
please
No,
ask.
I just
got
see
like,
just three times, just three
Okay,
times.
okay. Wait,
Damn, bro.
Miss
I
Gina,
gotta
Yo,
go
I
over
Miss
am
like
Gina, you
screaming
wasn't
seven
over
answering. You
here.
times.
wasn't
I am
answering the
screaming over
question.
here.
Miss
I
Gina,
am screaming.
Miss Gina, you wasn't
I'm
answering the
screaming over
question. You
here.
made a
Hey, Miss
statement.
Gina,
No, it
you was
was
asking.
because I had a question about the GM. Was he
Oh,
out? Even though he kind of addressed it when he said it, but I was just adding to. I was like, "Yo," I was just surprised because I felt like the last couple of seasons, especially this past off season, he balled. I felt like y'all team was stacked. Like I understand the coach because I felt like the GM gave him players, right? He gave him players to work with, and y'all. I expected the Falcons. I ain't gonna lie, I was high on the Falcons coming into this season. I thought you guys had a chance to win the division. I thought the guys that you got, the people you picked up in the offseason, in free agency, and in the draft, I was like, man, they're getting all these people that I wanted. So I thought you guys were really going to come in and compete. It just didn't. It didn't go down that way. So I can almost understand the coach, but I was surprised about the GM. But you were saying, he's had struggle for years. But I felt like these last two seasons, he did a good job. So what's your thought on that?
yeah. So, I mean, this last draft, I thought we had one of the better drafts. Obviously getting Jalen Walker, it was a gamble. With us trading up our first round pick for James Pierce, but I think James Pierce has. I think he's kind of eased like the level of like, okay, damn, we don't have a first round pick because in that trade we ended up getting James Pierce and Xavier Watts, who, in my opinion, both have phenomenal rookie seasons.
Right.
So I mean, so this draft, I won't say anything, and then some of the free agent ads he did, but I'm just looking as overall his overall tenure as our GM. I just don't think he's had good enough drafts to justify keeping him, especially with the Kirk Cousins contract, and then we go into the draft and you're taking
Yes,
me
yes.
from Phoenix top 8, like that alone for me, I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, 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 yeah,
that
yeah,
alone
yeah.
is just
How
like,
many
okay,
how
yeah, you
many
can
years
go
has he been your GM? How many years?
5.
5.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that Kirk Cousins was abs I forgot all about that already. That Kirk
Yeah,
Cousins
so
was
that
asinine.
right
I'm
there,
with you, bro.
yeah. So yeah, that was we've been wanting Terry to be gone for a couple years now. But I think Raheem, I think we just kind of just fed up with all the little mistakes and the winnable games that we're losing. So and Arthur Blaney, he got both of them out of here. So we're looking for a new regime. So I don't know what the offseason is gonna look like. I don't know who's staying and who's going, but we're gonna find out as the offseason approaches. So I think D-Mac, I think you had a question.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is gonna feel like a long form question, but like, I mean, where do you stand with this team? Because you guys have obviously made investments. We know obviously trading away the first round pick and giving that back up is kind of tough. But Pierce at least had a really good season for you guys from that aspect. It feels like you guys need a lot of work still on defense, especially from a run defense perspective.
Right.
We don't know what Penix is, but I guess I can squint and see why you would certainly have some hope for him in the future, even though it feels like he's a very specific type of quarterback. Like, where do you feel after this playoff drought got extended and you went into this season with expectations to maybe break it?
Honestly, this is the life of a Falcons fan. We kind of have we go into the off season and we do the draft, free agency, and we kind of essentially drink the Kool Aid of we added this guy, added this piece, we're gonna do this, and now looking at who we're playing. So with Penix, we had a lot of high hopes. I think a lot of us put a lot of unrealistic expectations on his shoulders, which is essentially his first year starting. So I think. Um, I don't know. I really don't know. Like honestly, going into the off season, I didn't expect both of them to get fired. So now I'm just kind of prepared for everything. I'm prepared for us, possibly trading away some of our, fan favorite players or our best players. So I don't know. But as far as Penix, like I think I said it yesterday, we was in the watch party. We have a new regime come in. They could come in and say, we didn't draft you, we didn't invest in you. We don't have to move forward with you as a guy. So I'm prepared for everything, honestly, D Mac. We got to start from the top. and get a GM in, get a head coach, see what his vision is, kind of come up with a plan. What that plan is, I don't know. So I don't know. We're gonna find out as the offseason goes on. So I would definitely say I'm definitely disappointed for sure. Between last year and this year, but I'm kind of used to it now. I've been a Falcons fan damn near my whole life, so disappointment is kind of what comes with it. We have some exciting times, but as a whole, it's just disappointing. But I'm kind of used to it at this point.
Yeah, it'll be super fascinating to see if during the interview process how much that factors in as far as a quarterback decision is concerned.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Because I mean, the 2026 I want to say is stacked, but I think at the top, I mean, the premier guys are Arch. I don't know if Sayin is eligible. I think he's 28, I believe, and Dante Moore if he goes back. So, it'd definitely be interesting to see what kind of head coach, what kind of system that he wants to run, and kind of where we go. I think we're gonna go bridge and then try to get one of those top guys, but that's just me. I don't know what we're gonna do, but where Bray at?
What's
Bray
y'all
up there?
pick? What's y'all pick in the
I'm right
draft?
here.
Oh, okay,
They don't got a
So you can chime in too. I don't want to.
Yeah, they don't
We
got
don't
a
have a
first
first.
though.
I ain't know because they was asking you questions. I didn't want to like jump in and then
I
like because Vegeta talking about they were being rude and I didn't want to be rude.
I do want to
Nah,
say one thing before Brady jump in. Yeah, man, they made that trade
yeah.
with the Rams. Obviously the Rams pick now be pick 13, where Ravens are pick 14. But he didn't. I was going to see if he was going to say it. Maybe Brady was. But shout out to James Pierce Jr. 10.5 sacks on the year. It's the most sacks by a rookie in a season since Micah Parsons 2021. I think 6 most all time. What's the tweet I just saw? 6 rookie in the last 10 seasons to record 10 plus sacks. Jordan Parsons, Chubb, Josh Hines, Allen, Joey Bosa, Max Crosby. So think about some of the names that I just listed. That ought to tell you what James Pierce Jr. is probably going to have or what type of career he will have for the Falcons going forward. So, I mean, what a draft pick. Great draft pick. Obviously, they had higher expectations, so they felt like if they add that guy to their team, then it'll be a 10-win team, 11-win team, and so forth. But, shit. I can go on and on, but I'll let Bray go ahead and chime in. And then we're gonna get to the Saints
I
side
was
of things
gonna bring him.
with Ari and BJ.
I was gonna say like I was actually gonna start off with him, so I might as well just start off with James Pierce. I was very excited when we drafted him because I felt like me personally, he was a better prospect than Walker, and I just felt like he was gonna have more impact on our defense. And I'm very happy he's leading the league. Well, not say leading the league, but what he's
Rookies.
doing with the huh? Oh, you said huh?
You leading the rookies, you mean?
Yeah. Leading the league. Some, huh, my bad. Some shit's like that confusing. But you said leading the rookies in sacks.
Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's what you meant. I was trying to help you
yeah.
out.
That's what I meant. Yeah, I meant because when I read it the first time, I was like, oh, he led the league. Like I didn't know like what it meant because I thought that was Myles Garrett. But
Yeah, that was definitely Miles Garrett. Yeah, he was up there.
okay, yeah. So for what James Pierce has done as a whole, like that's very amazing, especially for the issues we've had for years developing a pass rush, which hence why you look at the GM kind of bad because it shouldn't have took you this long to solve this pass rush issue. But I'm very happy he doubled down and invested in it this year. But in terms of like the team, I was disappointed in terms of like the expectations you had and what you told fans what would happen. And then the end of the year, when you're out of playoff contention, you win games, but you still are like a bad team. And you have players that are saying, but we want Raheem back. We want them back. We want them back. But y'all on the sidelines arguing with them and acting like y'all don't want to fuck with them like that. So that's kind of like the confusing thing. Like for players, like you say one thing, but your actions on the field show the complete opposite.
Oh, you talking about Drake?
No, not Drake. Just everybody in general.
Oh, okay. I thought you talking about because I saw that clip of Drake yesterday. He was kind of mad yesterday after that touchdown. I thought you talking about that.
No. I was talking about like plays in general, like because they did the same thing with
Oh,
Dan
okay.
Quinn. Like, oh, we want Dan Quinn to stay, but then when he was here, y'all didn't win games.
Gotcha.
Like, that was the statement I meant. Like, I just hate when players say they want to keep a coach, but then when the coach comes back, nothing changes, or y'all don't do enough on the field to say this is why you kept the coach. So I'm happy, we part of ways with him. The GM, not surprised because again, it just felt like I was even before the pass rush. You didn't address much of the receiving depth. You didn't address much of the quarterback issues or the quarterbacks you drafted even before Penn. It just felt like this was kind of confusing. And then why would you invest this much in Kirk just for him to be hurt? And then you sit there and see what Zach Robinson did and not say, okay,
both of y'all will keep your job if you just fire Zach and the special teams coach, and things would have been solved a long time ago, and you would be in the position you are in today. So overall, where I stand with them, I don't know what will happen, but I don't think it takes much for them to compete for the division because y'all know how bad this division is. And there's a lot of talent that people keep saying around the league, oh, the team is not the best, but you can do something with the roster. So I do see like what coaches think about our roster and being in a big market as a whole compared to the other cities of what job they would want to have or per se.
Well said, Bray. And bro, again, from the bottom of my heart, Bray, I think I'd be joking. Like, I appreciate all y'all that utilize this platform to talk about y'all teams, bro. Real shit. And I truly am enjoying what this platform established. Please DM me. I'm truly enjoying what this platform is turning into and what it's been over the last about 4 years. Uh, Established again. Please DM me because I'm rapidly growing on TikTok. Um, with my gaming community while also growing on facts and stats side of things. And I know it's gonna be a lot of things on my shoulders in 2026, which is a good thing. Uh, yeah, establish. I'm definitely going to be able to talk to establish because I need to get clips from the show and things like that to be posted to TikTok and things like that, so I can continue to grow even more. Uh, Before Ari and BJ go, I mean, shit, my 1-2 on these two teams, the Falcons. Shaggy. First, I want to talk to Shaggy. Well, not talk to Shaggy, but Shaggy had high expectations, similar to Justin, for them because he was one of the ones that was on the Falcons side of things last year too. We had made a bet between the Falcons and the freaking Bears. We made that same bet this year, but we canceled for whatever reason. Now I think the Bears will be better than them next year, and I still think he thinks the Falcons will be a good team next year. Question marks: the quarterback position. One of the biggest question marks to this day. I cannot believe they even did something like that. Like that. I can't believe you paid Kirk Cousins what you paid him and then drafted Michael Penix at 8. Like that is so ridiculous to me. Like, I mean, I still can't believe they did that. And I'm leaving it alone now. But, I mean, on the bright side of things, you got a wide receiver that you can bank on from a wide receiver one perspective. You got a running back that's arguably, if not the best in the league. And you got two guys, maybe, you got some good defensive young players that's shown some good things this season. So that's something that they can sort of kind of hang their hat on. You got to get a head coach. Obviously, you got to get a GM now. But more importantly, you got to see what you're going to do at that quarterback position. There's a couple of vets that they can use. It was the Commanders, my bad, Shaggy. It was a couple of vets that they can sort of kind of look at and see if Penix is the answer maybe the season after that or going forward. On the same side of things, same for them. I think they got the 8th pick in the draft now. I saw a mock with Jeremiah Love. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see. But they got the 8th pick in the draft. You saw Chris Olave have his best season this year. And they're walking away with Tyler Shuck as a quarterback. They can, at least for sure now, they know they will start him next year and see what he would do as a starter for a full game. Maybe if he started this whole entire year, they feel like he probably could have won 8 games or maybe 9 or maybe 7. They finished the season at 6-11, but they got things to address for their team as well. I will let them speak on that sort of from a more in-depth perspective. And shout out to Chase Young. Like BJ said last week, when Chase Young went there last year, I don't think his impact was that great. I didn't think he was going to be on much, but they brought him back this season. And I think he had a better year than he did last year to this season. So the NFC South, man, hopefully the division continues to trend up. I think all the teams in that division closed the season out well or decent to good, I would say, or looked average at best outside of the Bucks. But coming into that season, people all thought the Bucks would be the best team in that season. So I mean that division. So that's pretty much all I got to say about that real quick. I'll pass it to Ari and BJ to recap their season, and we'll get to the next game on it's 2:00 on the next the slate. I'm sorry, if they're up here, right? I think they are. Yeah. Oh,
Nigga, you just said every fucking thing. The fuck?
Me? That was my little one too.
Yeah,
I'm a
you.
football fan. What?
You just said everything. Ain't shit else to say.
I spoke on Olave and Tyler Shuck. That's it. And Chase Young.
Nigga, no, you didn't.
On the Saints side, yes, I did. Yeah, I did. Olave, Shuck,
I don't know
Chase
my
Young.
I don't know my other thoughts are. You took them.
Okay, my bad.
BJ got something?
BJ, you got anything? My bad. I just thought to add a little one too.
Sure. I go on a quick 5-minute rant about the guys. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This season exactly what the fuck I told you. What I told y'all, bro. Like niggas thought we about to sit there and be ass, and I'm like, bro, the shit don't fucking work like that. We are too good to be the fucking Raiders. Let that sink in. We are too good to be the fucking Raiders. We're too good to be the fucking Giants. Like, but we got a lot of dogs, bro. We got a lot of dogs. Quarterback is still a question mark.
Did you hear
Running
you
back,
were just comparing us to?
running back fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. Running back jaw like fucked up.
Wait, so
But shout out my boy Aldridge
Jeremiah
for
Love at
holding it
8?
down.
My bad.
No.
Shout out my boy Aldridge for holding it down. Unfortunately, that nigga, it's my boy. He good guy in college. Came in the league. He was solid for what he did. He not no early down back. Nice volume guy. Come in like a Manung guy for the Bears. Come in here and there. Receivers, shout out my boy Vele, bro. Get Shaheed bitch ass up out of here. Get that bum ass nigga up out of here. That we should have been using Vele. If we would have been using Vele, he would have been way more useful than Shaheed ever was. Outside of special teams. As a receiver, you know what I'm saying? Vele cleared that man. Olave, I don't even got to say too much. Just put him in the top 7 talks. Actually, don't. I'll push that. Y'all don't. Keep him in the 20 and the 15 range. Shout out Chase Young. Chase Young did his thing this year, 10 sacks. My man had 10 sacks on a terrible D line, but that's gonna get addressed in the offseason. Demario Davis is Demario Davis. My back end is too sweet. I love my back end too much. We gonna get another corner too. When we get another corner, our back end is gonna be too good.
Oh, we got delusional BJ today.
So
Okay,
like
this is good.
shout out my boy. Shout out my boy. Four had a solid year this year. He was getting, man, the ups and downs of getting cooked is that's Saints corners though. Like, but shout out Brandon Staley. Brandon Staley turned the defense up. We had a top 10 defense this year, and niggas didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? He turned the defense up. We could have had for real. We could have had like a top 5 defense. We had a couple games where guys just ran up the score, and we had busted coverages. Shout out to my boy Alontae. Alontae gonna be back next year. Looking sweet. Kool-Aid looking sweet. My rookie Quincy Riley looking sweet. Jonas Sanger looking sweet. Like, you know what I'm saying? The future is bright, but hey, we got a lot of holes. We gotta address. We gotta get another pass rusher next to Chase Young. No, that's what we need. And we gotta get Caleb Downs. You know what I mean? And don't worry, I'll get my Caleb Downs jersey. As soon as that jump come out, because what he's gonna do, he's about to look too crazy. He's about to look too crazy with us. And that's about it. So solid season.
Cool.
Solid season.
Kool-Aid got 17.
Player wise, I don't. Y'all can keep the wins and losses, but player wise, solid season. I'm not really too mad about nothing else. Shout out my boy Cam Jordan. If this Cam Jordan, I don't think it's Cam Jordan last one. I think he got one more.
No, he already said he's coming back. He said he's there.
So like I said, he probably got another going in him. But he just know he see the young dog and Chase Young, but we got to go get another. We gotta go get another pass rusher, bro. We get another pass rusher, bro. The defense can, you know what I mean? Creep into that little top 5 in your own range. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. And we didn't know wide receiver too bad, bro. Not gonna lie. Shout out to Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell did what he did yesterday. Nice one-handed, you know what I mean? Nice one-handed grab. Skillfully. He didn't need a scheme. He didn't need a scheme to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, solid ball by the quarterback, guys. Everybody keep jazzing up. Solid ball by him. Probably the best ball I've seen in 6 games, 8 games, however many he played. And yeah, I hope he don't win Rookie of the Year though. And that's about it.
Why?
Well, at least you said that. Shit. At least you said he was solid. Shit. That's the first time you said anything about him.
Yeah, I said damn, you're not even in you weren't even here. You weren't even in the jump. I said, yeah, that nigga, that's the best 2 balls I've seen him throw in fucking since he been playing. The two he threw yesterday.
I didn't see it, but I'm glad you said something positive.
Yeah, he threw.
Oh, you didn't watch?
He had to.
Nah.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
You didn't watch
I only watched 2 games this weekend.
I thought that was your guy.
That was one of the few games I didn't watch. I watched like what? How many games he started? 6, 7? If he
You didn't want to watch him in his final game this season?
If he started 6 or 7, I watched over 50%. So that's all that matters. Or I was at 50%.
Bro, what, bro?
Well, I don't know how that's true because you said when we played Miami, you had only watched 3 games. with
I
Miami
don't
being
know
your
how many
third.
games he started or
So
played. Either way, I watched enough to know that I like him as a fan. Or
he
and I'm a fan
started
of him.
after the second Bucks game.
I'm
I
a,
mean, not the
I,
second, the first
I
Bucks.
saw enough to know that I am a fan of him.
So you didn't feel like watching his last game? Your
Nah,
team wasn't playing at the time.
was alive on TikTok.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I sent in the chat. Those two good buckets. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? That's solid right there. He's still some shit though. He's still not top 50. And no, I would never give him his props until I see him win some fucking games. He had a fucking chance to win the game yesterday, and what happened? He threw a fucking pick because he fucking sucks.
Yeah, that pick.
And y'all want me to hype that shit up? No, that nigga sucks. But he did throw 2 solid passes though. But we seen Tua throw 2 solid passes, and y'all don't think he's good. So to each his own.
I can ask a question to them.
Yeah.
How do y'all still feel about Mickey Loomis based on like the talent that y'all had in this
He
draft?
can still get fired.
That's all I needed to know.
I think it's delusional, bro.
All right.
Yeah, he can still go.
Are you good or
Am I good?
like did you want to add words or before I move?
I disagree with a lot of what BJ said, so no, because then it's going to be me and him going back and forth about what we disagree about. But shout out them for ending strong and staying in the top 10. I appreciate it. I also am not the biggest fan of Tankathon having us draft the Jeremiah Love. I'm just
Hell no.
not saying I wouldn't want him on the team, but not at 8. And not
That
with
nigga not good enough
what
for
else
8.
we could get there.
Tiz,
Like
they got y'all with David Tiz. Damn,
like that's actually somebody that got added to my David got added to my list kind of late in
That's
terms
what I
of
need, bro.
if we
I got
can't
two
get
So,
the
guys.
other
Ari,
niggas.
what's your biggest need then, Ari, you think that you guys should take at 1? I mean, not in the first round.
I don't know if there's like a singular big need because we need a lot of stuff. But I'd say with the talent that's available, I would say we should definitely be targeting an edge rusher. Like I've been a huge Ruben Bain fan. Want Ruben Bain, would love to have Ruben Bain. But then after that, it's kind of a toss up between like cornerback, wide receiver, and no, not anything else. Just really cornerback, wide receiver.
The Saints
So
got Jordan Tyson, bro.
or a DB, because not necessarily a corner, but DB wide receiver.
So y'all O-line straight?
I mean, it's straight enough right now to where I don't think we need to draft one in the
You
first
can aim for
round.
your
Like,
offensive lineman on day 2. I think would certainly help. But
yeah.
they've got the tackles. They've done well.
Yeah, I was about to say we have the tackles, and Eric McCoy got hurt. I mean, this is his second season in a row getting hurt with a season-ending injury, so that's a little concerning. But like our center is good, and Cesar Ruiz isn't terrible. He's not great, but he's not like the worst thing in the world. It's really just Trevor Penny. And
Y'all
I
got
don't
rid of
feel like
him.
we need to. Yeah. Like, and I don't really think the O line. I mean, I actually think the O line played better with Shuck than it did with Spencer, and that was around the time that we made like the Penning trade and shit like that. So, or like let Penning go. So yeah, I'm truthfully, I'm gonna be honest. We've went O line. I want to say 3 out of our last 5 drafts, and we went O line back to back in the first.
It was back because it was
These
Banks,
past 2 years.
Fuaga, and then that bum ass white bitch.
Banks.
Yeah, it was Fuaga
Yeah.
Banks, and then before that, it
And then
was
2 years before.
Henning and Olave, and then before that, like we went defensive tackle, and he fucking sucked.
That
So
bum
like
ass.
I'm low key over going O line or D line right now, but I
Yeah,
would
what happened
absolutely
to
take Ruben Banks.
it's not Miles. What's his damn name?
Aiden Turner.
Who a bum? Who cares?
He
Hope he's out
sucks.
the league. I hope he's out the league.
He sucks, and he's never healthy.
Or did the Bengals?
Who?
Did y'all take Brissy or did the Bengals take Brissy?
Oh, Brazil. Yeah. That's who it was. I was like, I skipped it back. Yeah, we took Brazil. He's solid. He's just on an ass line.
I think he's cool. He's so like boom or bust, but I wouldn't like make it a priority to replace him. I don't care.
No. You can definitely let him play out the rest of his contract and see what it is. I know last year he did get hurt though, so he wasn't completely healthy.
Miss Gina, what I think we need to get somebody to get after the quarterback. It ain't even no other thought. It's either A, you get somebody to get after the quarterback, or B, you go get a playmaker, DB, or someone on defense to make a play. Offense, I mean, I wouldn't go receiver where we at. I don't think I'm not gonna say we don't need one, but it's just like we need somebody on defense more than someone on offense.
I would take Jordan Tyson, but I would only take Jordan Tyson if Downs or Bain is not available.
What's your
And I
pick?
feel like that's just
I
impossible to
don't
happen.
think
We're at 8.
I don't think y'all take either one regardless though. 'Cause I think the real class is next year. But do you want to bank on getting a receiver next year? But that means you would have to be bad again, right? Like you got the.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Cause
Like,
I got beat saying my shit
yeah,
going
I
in
can
and
Yeah.
hear
out.
you. Mhm.
Yeah, you got the Jeremiah, the Cam Coleman's, you got the
Mhm.
Ryan Williamsons, you got, but them are depending on type of season that they have, we're talking all top 10, top 15 picks, like all three of them. And you got other
Mhm.
receivers that's you got the Nick Marshes that's in Indiana. Like it's next year is the class you want to go get a receiver. But do you want to? The question is, do you want to bank on being bad again? Like if you
Again,
want to be
like
bad again, then of course, then wait till next year. But if you plan on improving and you're not gonna be bad enough to get one of those guys, then to me, I would go get Jordan Tyson. To me, Jordan
but
Tyson, Pernell Tate. I know y'all
I don't
not
think we
with it.
take Tate. I don't
With
think we
Jordan,
take Tate.
but
it,
hold
I
but what
mean
I'm gonna tell you though,
it
right?
ain't
But like
about
we
Tate. It's a
definitely
receiver
need we
period.
definitely need more on our I don't want to say we need more on our defense, but as much as I would love for us to take Jordan Tyson, I also kind of know how they think. And I'll tell you this, if Ruben Bain is there, he will be a New Orleans Saint. Like he will.
I don't
They're
think
not
he
gonna
fall
bench
that
him.
far. That's the only thing. He's not gonna fall
I
that
don't
far.
think he falls that far either. He will be there. And I truthfully think, especially with the way our asses draft freaking Ohio State players, if Caleb Downs is there, I'd be surprised if we don't take him. I'm be honest.
But it's
Like
like Tez though.
I
Okay,
would be
so you
surprised if
telling
we
me that,
don't
right?
take him.
But I can tell you multiple reasons on why like going to receiver this year is not it's really no big difference from going next year. The only major thing, the only major miss is Jeremiah Smith. But at that point, you just gotta bottom out and be top three. But it's like all them other group receivers like Cam Coleman. Cam Coleman tough, cool, but it's like, is he that much better than Malachi Lemon? Like, you know what I'm saying? But
I
it's
could, yeah,
just
I can
it's
say it
just
from
it's
that.
just about preference. It's just about
Yeah,
preference in
yeah,
front
I was
office on
about to
who
say
you think
that.
is better.
I was about to say that. I think with this receiver class and next year, well, I'm not gonna. Next year we all know is better, but it's for this year. It's about preference, bro. Do you wanna? You already at 8. Do you want to take that now and bank on that and not getting one next year, or do you want to, like you said, or you already said, do you want to go defense and bank on one of those guys dropping? Well, because we know if you ain't top, like you said, bro, if you ain't top fucking, let's just say 5 for the safe side. If you ain't top 5, you ain't getting Jeremiah. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But to get the other guys, you know what I'm saying? What type of season do you know what I'm saying? Do you think they want to have? Like, do you want to?
Now, I will say we have traded up to get a receiver before. It's been done, and I think they would honestly. Like, say if we're like in the teens or whatever, because I still don't think we'll, unless something surprising happens. I don't think we're like quite yet ready to like make the playoffs at the moment. Um, but shit could change. Like, I think if we're in the teens, I could very much see. Because here's the thing, I look at it this way: if they fix what they feel like they need to fix on the defense, they will have no reason but to completely like over index on the offense, especially because if you do think Shucks the guy, or you're thinking maybe Shucks the guy, then why wouldn't you get him somebody? So I don't know. I think They can go a few ways. The Saints typically they go trenches one of the other ways, and then in the first round after trenches we go corner like DB. So following their pattern, that will probably end up being what they do. But like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to drafting Jordan Tyson.
Boy,
Personally.
QR. And me, I don't like Tyson right there, bro. I just feel like it's a lot of people better. It's a lot of people
No,
better.
I mean, that's your perspective. I'm not gonna argue. I disagree though. I don't. I think if Jordan Tyson didn't have an injury history, we talking top five. That's just me personally. If
Yeah,
his injury
I
history
agree.
wasn't so concerning, a 1,000% he not falling to eight. 1,000%. If he's going top five, if he didn't have an injury history, so I do get that perspective of it. That's
Yeah.
why the Cardinal and Jordan Tyson thing was a conversation because in 2 years Cardell Tate only got hurt one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jordan Tyson been hurt every fucking year of his career. So it's kind of a preference thing. You want to go. You may think Jordan Tyson is better than Cardell. I don't think it's
Mhm.
that. I think it's fair to feel like that, but I don't think it's that far off. Now I think the separator, Jordan Tyson, you know what comes with that, bro. He having leg injuries, shoulder injuries. So you know what I mean? You gotta look at that too. You can't just draft a nigga and not know nothing about him. So I think I think with that, I think that's the only concerning thing. Like Jordan Tyson is a top five talent. The nigga just don't ever be
For
on the
sure.
fucking field. He just don't be on the field. So he may fall 8, 9, 10. You never know. So it's just a preference thing, bro. If you wanna, cause I would tell you this, other than Jeremiah, nigga, Jordan Tyson better than every nigga that come out next year.
For
For
sure. And
sure.
that's why I told you that, because it's like what do you tell yourself and what do you tell your circle and be like, oh well, this player is better than the next three receivers that's coming out next year. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna just go right here because I don't feel like I'm a miss. So
Yep.
it's like it's
Yep.
all
I agree
preference.
with that.
It's all
It's
preference, bro.
preference, bro.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move it to just to get down. Shout out to y'all on the Saints and the Falcons. Good conversations. Ted, if you want to circle to your Bengals though and talk about y'all season and decision obviously to retain Zach Taylor. Y'all lost to the Browns yesterday, 20-18. What you got to say about y'all season? Just everything in general.
Bro, yesterday game in. Good loss, bro. Gave us a top 10 pick. Gave us one of the guys that I want. So good loss. I watched that game with no emotions, bro. I actually wanted to lose the game, and they did. So cool. But I mean, bro, I you already know, bro. I ain't really talk too much about them because I mean, after week 2, bro, I could have came in here, popped my shit. You know, did what I did, but come on, bro. I already know what's going on, bro. My quarterback out. And, it's only so much Nate can do, bro. Plus with the coach and the defense that was going on, there's only so much that's gonna happen, bro. You know what I mean? You may win some games, you may lose some games, but at the end of the day, the end result gonna be the end result, bro. Like you can, the quarterback missed 2.5 fucking months. It's only what can you do? Nothing. So I pretty much already know how the shit was gonna go. It was sad that it happened because off season we wanted to the thing with the Bengals start fast. That was the whole motto of the season coming in. And we actually did that for the first time in the Zach Taylor era, bro. We started 2-0. And then, quarterback go down, so they kind of hampered a lot of things. Um Other than that, bro, they got a lot of work to do, bro. I wasn't I know everybody seen the news this morning. I wasn't happy about it at all, bro. So that's why I'm kind of on the fence with them niggas, bro. I just not serious at all, bro. It's losing organization, losing mentality, bro. You don't retain shit like that, bro. You don't, you know what I mean? Niggas get hired. Niggas don't make the playoffs in 2 years. Niggas getting fired. You know what I mean? Niggas get hired 1 year, bottom out, getting fired. Come on, man. This man, we didn't miss playoffs 3 years in a row, and his job is just so fucking safe. Like I don't understand it, bro. And I know everybody in here they seen the Jamar Chase post game. Interviews, the exit interviews. Man, he don't believe in not one of them niggas, bro. And if your best player is coming out talking like that, because he basically was saying hell no without really saying hell no. You know what I mean? If you really watched it. So if your best player coming out talking like that, then bro, something has to change. And they came out this morning. They kept Duke Tobin. They kept Zach Taylor. And you know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. I don't know, bro. They got a lot of work to fucking do. A lot of work. The thing that this year they played a lot of young guys. New DC with the young guys. So, it was going everything was gonna be up and down. Nothing was ever gonna be perfect. I never expected it to be perfect. Um, my expectation was middle of the pack. I never projected a top 10, top 5 defense. At that point, I'd be delusional. So middle of the pack, and they were at the bottom. So you know what I mean, but that's what come with it though. It's about up and downs, developing, and starting the house. Now for the future, you kept Zach, you kept Duke, you guys coming back, everybody coming back healthy. You got to hit on the draft picks, bro. And you got to go spend some fucking money. And you got to go get a lot of niggas off the team that shouldn't be on the team. So, I mean, they got a lot of work to do, bro. I'm not in the fucking office, so I can't really tell y'all what the fuck they gonna do. I really don't know. I know what I would do, but they gonna see the thing different than everybody else. So, I mean, bro, I mean, I guess however you want to spin it, I mean, Joe going out with you, it depends what niggas want to talk to, favorite season, expected season, you know what I'm saying? However you want to kind of grade it out. Um, but yeah, it is what it is, bro. I mean, they got a lot of work to do. So hopefully they make the right changes as far as the roster. Because clearly they ain't make the right changes for the staff. So it is what it is, bro.
Who the bright spots on the team? Like, who did you enjoy watching this year?
Offensive defense.
It don't matter. Just players in general. Like outside of the, like, you know what I mean? But like, who are the sneaky guys that you enjoy watching this year? That you feel like had a good year?
Shit, I'll be lying, bro.
Good question.
I'll be lying if I didn't say Chase Brown. I'll be lying. I mean, I know it. I know what Jamar gonna give me. I know when T's on the field. I know what he gonna give me. I would say second. Other than Burrow getting hurt, I think the offensive line did improve though. Like I know people may not agree with me on that, but I've been watching them niggas for I don't know fucking how long. They actually improved to me this year. Like it wasn't even when Flacco took the got behind the center. Flacco didn't really get hit a lot. You know what I mean? Like he didn't really get sacked a lot. And that's kind of when we started to hit our strides with the 30 points per game shit, you know what I mean, getting down the field. Because he wasn't really getting touched. He was just back there playing freely. So I would say Chase Brown was probably first. My offensive line probably second. And bro, I'm not gonna lie, the
What
defense is
about
gonna lie, bro.
Demetrius Knight, bro? I'm only bringing him up because he's on your team, right?
Yeah.
Demetrius Knight, is he one of your guys? He was on my fantasy because I have an AFC North fantasy league where you can only draft players from the AFC North. That's it. And he was bringing in good points pretty much every week, but I wasn't sure because I haven't really watched all y'all games, so that's why I was asking.
He started playing better toward the back half of the season, like the mid to now. He started playing better, but I mean, he's a rookie. You got a new DC. Everything was different. Like it was a lot of different shit. A lot of shit that the Bengals was trying this year that they hope just pop or hope just click. But Demetrius Knight, I mean, I would say he was the best. He was the best rookie, and I would say toward the back half of the season when he came back, I think Shamar Stewart flashed a little bit too, and Miles Murphy. So they got some shit that they can take into the next season. But overall, for the like, if you want to just go overall for the season, them niggas weren't that good. I'm just be honest. Like I didn't see no bright spots. You know what I mean? Like it's they got better when the season didn't matter no more. And that's the same shit that happened last year. When last year when we was fighting in the hunt, we needed teams to lose. That's when they got better. That's when everybody showed like they gave a fuck. This year, they ain't show like they gave a fuck until the season was damn near over. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's when we lost to I know our game. when we played the Ravens, that's kind of the elimination game. But the elimination game for me, it wasn't the Ravens, it was the Bills. Once we lost that Bills game, the season was pretty much over. And from that standpoint over, I mean, to the end of the season, you start seeing players flash. Why are y'all always flashing when the shit don't ever matter no more? When the shit matter, y'all look like dog shit. Now when the shit don't matter, I think the Bengals finished middle of the pack on defense to end the season. No, where was that from week one all the way to now? So I mean, it was an up and down. It was very up and down. Demetrius Knight was up and down. Barrett Carter, the other rookie linebacker, probably the worst linebacker in the league. Um, yeah, shit, that's really about it. And to your question, BJ, I forgot him. He third on my list. He probably second, and I'll probably go O-line third. DJ Turner, bro. DJ Turner looks like a player.
Nah, he definitely was playing some good ass defense this year. I'm like, hold up, snap. Where was this shit 2 years ago?
I think DJ Turner is a player, bro. And I think it's just really, you know, I think it's just players coming into their sales, bro. Like that's the thing in sports in general. Just coming into your shell, you know what I mean? Knowing who you are, knowing what you can do, knowing your abilities, knowing what you can and can't do. And I think that's the phase that DJ Turner is now on. Now he's emerging as one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, and I think he will be there for the future as well. He just looked way more comfortable. So I would say that's the top three that I probably enjoy this year. You know, Jamar Chase is kind of a given, bro. I'm not saying Jamar Chase. I'm not saying T Higgins. Like that's a fucking given. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need the regular. I mean, little sneaky guys.
Yeah, so that's about it, bro. But yeah, they got a lot of work to do, bro. I agree with the fuck they did this morning. I seen a lot of coaches fired, and I don't understand how Zach Taylor just so fucking safe. Like I don't know. It's like he got something over these niggas, bro. I don't understand it. But the excuse they gonna give him. Well, your quarterback got hurt. You know what I mean? It was a point of a season where the number one offense in the season. We scored 30 plus points. Well, yeah, nigga, we gave up 40. So you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? There's no balance in that. Yeah, we scored 30. We gave up 40. So we still lost. Other than that, though, bro, they got a lot of work to do, bro. Top 10 pick. I need Ruben Bain, David Bailey, or Caleb Downs, bro. Anything other than that, I'm cool. Respectfully.
I appreciate that, brother. Brown side, real quick, couple of hits in the draft, or even as of late, to be honest. Mason Graham, Carson, Isaiah will be solid for them. Quinshawn Judkins, obviously, and even yesterday, Shador Sanders led a game win the draft for them. I think he'll be solid for them at least next season, and whatever they do after that, we'll see. Yeah, man, shout out to the Browns. Their defense will still be good. More importantly, shout out to Myles Garrett. NFL sack record yesterday, 23 sacks. Sort of kind of like Joe Burrow gave it to him, but he still got it regardless. And shout out to Joe Burrow if that is the case for such high character.
1,000%,
yeah,
bro.
He gave that to Mike. So shout out to
1,000%,
Joe
bro.
for even doing that.
I never seen him do no shit like that, bro.
Hey, he had Chase Brown out the backfield. That's the crazy thing. It's like he just like, all right, F it, I'm gonna just fall. So shout out to Myles Garrett for that. And yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got to say right there, real quick. I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit, y'all. We might not get through the whole entire from like a team recap perspective, only because of the time perspective. I'm gonna have to leave out a little earlier, real quick. But
The Browns gonna be straight though.
Nah, they are. Yeah, they are.
They gonna hit. They got a good pick this year, and then they still got the Jags pick. So they gonna be straight.
They
I
gonna
their coach, bro. I hate it. They the only ones that broke free.
They gonna be straight because they hit on the
I think
fucking
they're gonna
draft,
be
bro.
straight.
Yeah.
They hit on the draft. Watch what they get this year. It's gonna be like, God damn, they didn't add this.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I think I know what they gonna get this year, but I don't. They got some up their sleeve, bro.
What's their pick? What they like 5?
Like 6, I think.
They 7. They beat us, so they 7 now.
Yeah.
The only good thing is the Steelers will be behind us. That's the only good thing about this draft.
Man,
But
I'm
as
scared,
you-
man.
the Browns and Bengals in
Miss
front of it.
Gina, I'm scared they do some weird shit, bro, and go Caleb, bro. Like, I could see the Browns doing like Bro, I just hope they don't do it, bro. And I can see the Browns doing it. I could dare see them doing it. Caleb, or I think they go. I think they go receiver, but I don't know if the Browns will take a receiver top 10 though. I see a defensive player with a seventh pick more than an offensive player for the Browns.
Really? I'd go because their defense was actually pretty good all year. So to me, the weakest side of the ball for them was offense. So I can see them going offense. Maybe O line for them because they had trouble with that. Some people got hurt. Maybe O line. I don't know about a wide receiver. But it's a new coach. I don't know how they're going to go down with Andrew Berry. Like, it's a question mark now for me. It's a question mark.
Shaggy, that to my Shador thing. I never said Shador had a good year. I said Shador would be starting for them next year. That's a fact. Shador would be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns literally next season.
I think so too.
You
I think
sure
that's why.
about that? I don't know,
I think
bro.
that's why they fired Stefanski. Honestly,
I think he's going to be starting next year, 100%. Well, unless you think it's going to be Deshaun Watson. It could be Watson, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, he's still
No,
there, I guess.
I don't know what they. I mean, what are they going to do?
They're
They're
not
already
drafting a
paying like
quarterback, and they're not.
16 quarterbacks, bro.
They're-
They already paying like 16 of them.
Yeah,
So
they're not. But the Cleveland Browns are not going to go out and sign a veteran quarterback. Let's assume Deshaun Watson is not going to be starting. They're not going to go out and sign a veteran quarterback when they can just start Shador and you doing draft picks on elsewhere.
they look at Malik.
Malik who? Willis? No, I don't see that. I don't see
Nah,
that.
I don't see that either.
Bro, they have Dylan Gabriel. Bro, they have
They might as well.
Gabriel.
They might as well let Dylan
They
Gabriel
have
rock for all that.
like. There's no way you get a quarterback.
Damn, Dante.
Shador's 100% going to be that quarterback next year, starting at least.
Dante went to UCLA. What the fuck?
Wait, Ev, you think Shador just for sure? You think he for sure earned the spot over Dylan, or you?
Oh no, for sure. Yeah.
But they probably gonna go in and call it another quarterback.
I don't know, bro. Right? It's going to be another. I agree. It's going to be another
They
competition.
gonna say whoever won it out in camp, bro. I don't think Shador ain't done enough for me to say he clearly just
The thing
deserves
about
the
it is,
job
if
over
Deshaun
Dylan,
Watson
bro.
is healthy, what do you do with Deshaun? Like, I don't know. Like, do they just not?
Oh, he's starting.
Yeah.
If Deshaun's healthy,
I'm
he's
not
starting.
gonna hold you. I'd be surprised if Deshaun Watson. I'll be surprised if he touches the football field ever again. I ain't gonna hold you, but maybe.
Yeah, fair.
Damn.
I mean, they still paying them. They still paying them, right?
Yeah, I mean, but
you just gonna let all them millions of dollars sit on the bench?
I think didn't they restructure? Didn't they restructure
every year?
I think because they kind of restructured it to where I think this upcoming year is his last, maybe at least being paid by the team. I don't know. Like I'd have to go back and look, but they did something to where it's gonna be easier to get off of him. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So are you looking at
Watson contract real quick?
Yeah. I think they converted a lot of his salary to like a signing bonus or something. I think that's what they did.
But you got to run out of money somewhere. I think they legitimately paying like 4 or 5 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think
Shador
will be the answer. Shador probably makes the most sense.
Shaggy, I'm willing to bet on it. We don't gotta have a chit chat about it. I'm willing to put money behind it. He said Shador dead might get cut. I will bet on that, and I will bet he'll if these 3 quarterbacks remain on the roster next year, that's Shador, Gillen, and Watson, or it's just Shador and Dillon. If they're the 2 quarterbacks on the roster next year, I will guarantee you.
Bro, what he got some weird thing against Shador.
Like, I'm not about to be entertaining you. I will bet on it. Shador won't get cut.
I bet on that. I bet on that too. You know my number, bro. Like what?
Like, you talking about?
Why is he so weird with him?
Hold on, what y'all
super
trying to bet on?
He said Shador dead might get cut, and if it comes down to Shador and Dillon going to start. I will bet on that too.
Dylan is going to start. I'll
Okay,
bet you on that. Dylan's going to start over Shador if it comes down to it.
I'll
gladly bet on
it is the Browns, so you never
we only
know.
talking about week 1, right? Like if Dylan
week
loses
one,
a job
going into
week 8, that don't got nothing to do with me.
Nah, just
okay, cool.
Going into the season.
It is the Browns, so it's like you don't know in terms of intelligence within that organization. But to me, there's no way you watch Dillon this season and then you watch Shador and then you go back to Dillon.
Oh, I think Shador played well or something.
I think he played better than Dillon, bro. Did you see that offense when Dillon, bro?
He was better than Dillon 100%.
Bro.
And I like I disagree, bro. I just don't think Shador played well for you.
No. I don't think Shador necessarily played well, but you got to think though. Wasn't Dillon getting the first team reps for the most part? Like wasn't Dillon
all
coming in? Yeah, wasn't there somebody else in there? No, in the offseason
it was Flacco. It was Flacco. it was Flacco and
They
Dylan.
had
I
somebody
think.
else
I
too.
think they had Kenny Pickett, but
They
they
had
traded
some
him.
random guy.
They
Kenny
traded
They
him.
They
They
did
got
have
Pickett,
what's his
Pickett at
name?
one
but they
point.
traded
They had
Kenny.
Kenny Pickett. Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Browns. We'll jump down real quick. Again, I can't do everyone today. We'll just pick this up with the top 10 teams going to the playoffs, and then also talking about the playoff matchups. And that'll be probably in around like 1:30, and then from there on, we'll talk about college basketball and NBA. I cannot hit that today. I got a couple more things that I got to grab and move around. So I'm gonna have to get up out of here sooner rather than later before I hit to work later on. Again, Monday through Friday actually is coming back for the show. So this is probably the last week. There's no show on Thursdays. After this week, every going forward, at least for now, we'll be back Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So I'm gonna jump down to Detroit and Chicago to have Jordan Woods get the opportunity to talk about the Lions real quick. Let me look at the stage.
Wow,
And I think
great win.
that's it.
Great.
Yeah.
Wait, huh?
Well, I
Such a
mean,
great
you won
win,
low, but
bro.
if you want to talk about your team winning in the season, yeah, you can too. My bad. But you are a playoff team, so you more. These are for the non-playoff teams. My bad. But if you want to talk about the game last,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah,
nah,
yeah.
nah.
My
Do
bad, my
not play. Oh,
bad.
go. It ain't nothing to
The
talk
house
about from
balls,
the game
bro.
we played yesterday, man.
All
So,
right. Yeah, this is just Jordan Woods, the game, and you're recapping your season for the most part.
Yeah, what a great win yesterday. It really made me very happy. Like bum ass niggas. Like, I mean, I don't
at
know,
least you
bro.
got the moral victory, brother. The legacy win right there. It's a good legacy
I
win.
don't. Yeah, I guess. Like, they just have personnel issues, bro. Like they have. I don't know what they're gonna do with safeties. Is gonna be interesting because Kirby has some chronic knee thing and Branch is coming off an Achilles, so that's gonna be interesting. I think Reed. I think people been down on Reed. He has been ass since he got back from injury, but I think he's just coming off an injury, his hammy. He looked good before that, and then he didn't look good
They
after it.
was.
So if he's healthy, I think he's good. I think Tyrion got better as the season went on. So I think they might have more of a question at safety than corner if the corners are healthy because one catastrophic injury and one chronic injury is tough. So I see mocks for corners. I don't know if corners necessarily the area of need the most. The D line has a few good pieces, but guys like Reader getting older probably won't be back. Overpaid, doesn't really present much of a pass rush. I don't know about Talik though. Our rookie this year, he flashed a little bit, but he didn't play a ton. He didn't really play a lot at all. He looked good when he was in there, but that's interesting betting on him going into next season. That's a question mark, but it could be a good question mark because he was first round pick. Anzalone, I'm assuming, will be gone. He had contract dispute before the year. He looked a step slower this year. He wasn't the green dot this year. Jack was. So I'm assuming Anzalone be gone. He'd be a good get for somebody else. He's still good. He's just not as good as he was. He's still solid though. He didn't look the same in coverage or in even some of the run game stuff or some of the quick game stuff. He didn't look quite the same. He looked a step slower. So the O line is the biggest question mark. Decker sound like he's gonna retire. Um, Fucking Glasgow's probably gone, and then someone else I'm missing. Skipper, but he was a rotation piece. But we're losing a couple guys, a couple starters up front, which at this point, good riddance. Decker was good, but he's just hurt a lot now. And then Glasgow. I mean, he's good at his natural position, but at center, he's pretty fucking terrible. So we still got Sewell, we still got Redlich. Still a couple pieces on the O line, but I wouldn't be surprised if they draft the O lineman first 2 rounds and then also make a splash, either trade or acquisition at O line. If they don't do both of those, to be honest, then they're not being serious. If they don't get two high quality O linemen in here, because offensively, skill position wise, all across the field, it's talent everywhere, bro. I mean, the three receivers, I think Tesla as a third receiver next year. I think that trio has a chance to be the best trio in the NFL. I think obviously the two-headed backs. I'm assuming Monty will be back. Two-headed monster in the backfield. Goff is really fucking good. The question mark, another underrated question mark is tight end. Brock Wright's injury was tough, and then Laporta. I mean, surgery. That kind of surgery is interesting. So, it remains to be seen. And we didn't. I didn't know if he was going to be back anyway, just because I might thought he might be an odd man out in terms of contracts and paying everybody. So, tight end could be a position that they draft like third or fourth round, something like that. Because I do think they'll need to get another tight end in here, and who knows, maybe Cole Kmet becomes available because Loveland is going to take that job fully next year. So maybe he's a guy we can get. But they got some question marks, but it's the basis of a really good team here. But they have to make significant upgrades on the offensive line. If they do that, then I think they will be really good. The best thing about yesterday was the Vikings winning and securing us that fourth place schedule. Obviously, it's very early, so these teams could look good. So counting wins is already bad, but doing it this early could be even worse because you don't know what these teams are going to look like. But that schedule next year look pretty fucking sweet. I can't lie. That schedule look really nice next year. So that's one of the silver linings of kind of still going 9-8, which isn't nothing good for us aspiration wise, but not going like 3-14 or some shit. Still having a good basis of a team and given the fourth place schedule is if you go miss the playoffs, then that's the best you could hope for. So they'll be back.
Oh, well said.
They'll be back.
That was a great Lions breakdown. I'm talking about the team in totality and also the season that you guys had. So I definitely appreciate that. We got one more person to go to for this segment, and then again, this is non-playoff team. We'll be picking up playoff matchups a lot tomorrow. Quickly go through who we think are the top 10 teams
You
heading
see
into.
Shaggy message.
What? That's not what you're moving the goalposts. I'm not even trying to spend too much time on that. I will bet you that he will not get cut into off season, and I will bet you if it comes down to him or Dylan, he will start over Dylan. Like I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care if he finishes the season with the team. That's not the bet at all. What the hell? Nobody even said nothing about that. I'm responding to two things that you
Where
said.
you looking at?
He in the Twitch
That's in the
chat.
Twitch chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't see that.
Josiah, I saw you come up here to talk about the New York Giants. Your team got the win yesterday, 34-17. Go ahead and close us out talking about your season in general, finishing 4-13, and we'll then move.
Great win, bro.
Yeah, first of all, good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody. Um Giants finished the season off 4-13, beat the Dallas Cowboys. Very I have a lot of this season I thought was gonna be like a step in the right direction for us. Probably with Russell Wilson kind of being the quarterback and like Jackson Dart and Jameis Winston being the backups. So Dart has a year to learn under. But that didn't went the way I thought it would. The defense was terrible. We blew a lot of leads that we blew a lot of leads that should have never happened. Um, but the Malik Neighbors got hurt, which is terrible. But the bright spot about all of this is that we have a future quarterback, and we have our quarterback of the future in Jackson Dart. We have a defense where it shows signs throughout the second half of the season that with the right defensive coordinator that this defense could be good. Brian Burns had a tremendous season. But it had a tremendous season for us. Very happy with his production. Very happy with how he came in and became like the number one guy for us on the defensive end, on that defense. Very happy. I know that if it wasn't for probably Miles Garrett having the crazy season he was having, I think Burns could probably be a contender for defensive player of the year. But overall, great a season, a bad season, but a good season in hindsight because we have a lot of great building blocks, and we have a lot of great talent for head coaches to come to, coordinators to come to. And a little fun fact, Ev, and everyone here. Did you know that the Dallas Cowboys allowed the sixth most points in NFL history with 511?
They allowed the six. That was this season.
This season, the Cowboys have allowed the sixth most points in NFL history with 511 points.
No, I did not know that, but you definitely come
That's
with
a
a
crazy fact,
yeah,
Desire.
come with a stat all the time. 511.6 most in NFL history. My goodness. Oof.
Yep.
Damn. Well, I appreciate that, my brother. Malik Neighbors, I saw this on Twitter today. I don't know if it's real. They said, "What are one thing you looking forward to the offense being next year?" He said, "I just want the ball." Uh, is that real? Did Malik Neighbors really say that? I think I saw that on Twitter the other day.
I haven't looked at Giants Twitter as of
I
right
did.
now because today is Black Monday and all Giants fans wants Joe Shudden fired. So I was just looking to see if Joe that notification from Adam Shelford that Joe Shudden has been removed from his job, but I
No,
never
who?
Shudden or our
Who's
GM
that?
our GM
Bro,
for
you
You
know
the
think?
damn well you're supposed to let that rock.
Oh yeah, he said, "I just
Scroll
want
No,
up.
the
I
Hold on, hold
ball."
swear
on.
my life.
Hey,
I swear my life. I
hey,
thought he was
scroll
talking
up
about
real
like his
quick.
DC or some shit. I'm so dead
I'm just
ass.
trying to see that name that he just
Yeah.
tried to say. No, no, no. Scroll down, scroll down. Is
SC
that it was literally on
OHN or
that post
something.
right there, right there.
Shane. Go Shane, yeah.
Because
Joe
I
Sco
knew he. I know
Schoen?
that obviously they
Schoen?
fired
I think it's
Shane.
Shane. I
Is
think
Shane?
Sh- Wait, no way that word says Shane.
that's why I
Yeah.
was saying gotta let him rock.
Yeah, he
Bruh.
said he just want the ball. So
Rock.
I mean,
That's
now
fair.
Malik, he has all right to say that. He has all right to say that because I think it's unfortunate that him and Jackson Dart never had that opportunity to get going as a tandem and as a duo. But hopefully next season and throughout preseason, whoever's our coach or our host, whoever our head coach is, can get them going early and often
Is that Andre?
Y'all fix that
throughout
pathetic
the
Steeler.
preseason and stuff.
Y'all
But
fix that
I'm
Steeler.
very
He
disappointed.
won't even be ready for preseason though.
I know, but like if he is, he probably be ready by like week. They say he wants to be ready by week 1 of next season. But to close out
No,
my
they asked him, do he think he'll be ready by week 1? He said he don't know. It depends how his body feels. Or
okay,
how his body could take it. Some shit like that.
all right, but all right, thank you for that. To close out, I just feel like this is a season that I felt like could have been like a step in the right direction. But things defense was just the defensive coordinator and Shane Baldwin just terrible. And but now we got the fifth pick in the draft. Giants fans are mad that we didn't get the first pick. I don't really care if we get the first pick. I just care that we get a good player in the top 5. I would preferably want a defensive back or like a safety with drafting because I think that we can get good offensive weapons in the early second rounds. My O line was good, Bear.
Safety top 5?
I say either the defensive back or if not if they don't want to go the defense and then everyone is I keep saying offensive line, I'll probably just go like with an offensive lineman. But I would preferably like to go with defense to get defense here because we're in need of corner help. Because Deontay Banks was supposed to be that building that good cornerback for us for the next 5 years, but that he turned out to be dirt terrible. So I hopefully we go defense, but if not, I would like to go. If they don't want to go defense as high the first round, probably take an offensive lineman or probably a receiver
Where they got Miami tackle going?
to the Rams via the
To
via the the
to the
the Atlanta
Rams.
yeah.
Damn, I want him. I want him to be
Is
kind of
he
low
good?
though. Fuck.
I ain't
Is
gonna
that
Yeah,
my
lie.
he's good. He's really
I ain't gonna
good.
lie. Just like how I don't know how to put this question honestly, so I'm gonna just say like, how hopeful are you for next season? Because I'm gonna be real, y'all have some talent. Like if I'm y'all,
um
if I'm you,
I
I feel like
mean
we got a possibly franchise QB, we got a wide
mhm.
receiver 1, we got a Cam
Consider that.
Scatterby running back, we got a good defense, a possibly generational edge rusher. Like I'm thinking we get like one piece and a solid coaching. We looking sweet. Like, if I'm you.
B
Yeah,
Young disagrees with you in the chat, by the way, Josiah. He said, darn ain't it.
Dart beat up on the Cowboys, your team yesterday. So I don't know how he gonna
Week
say
18
Dart ain't it.
perps.
I
Okay.
don't I don't
Okay,
I mean like
okay.
it's division.
Like
It's
this, and he popping it.
Okay.
But
But
Week
like for me,
18 popping it. Okay.
I feel happy. I feel very happy about
You
this
should.
About your
about this
future, right?
about my future. I think if we,
Just
I
like,
think
just
if the,
like top five, brother. You go BPA, bro. You take best player available at 5, bro.
yeah, I think for us, we are
Carnell
going
on the other
to.
side of the neighbors, that'd be tough.
I think for us, it's all about if how the owner, how the GM is gonna like do this whole coaching carousel. Because it can take a good coach and the right defensive coordinator and the right offensive coordinator to get this team going. I think if we do that, have a great draft, then have a great offseason in free agency, I think the Giants can now say to themselves that this can be that next season could be a year where you can, like I said, take the step in the right direction. Because I felt like this year was the year where you can take the step in the right direction, be close, be as competitive as possible, be close to a playoff team, and be in the nick of things throughout the season. But I'm very happy with the results of Jackson Dart. I'm very happy with the results I got from Cam Scatterboo. Brian Burns, I'm very happy with how he played. Abdul Carter, I can say this for sure that he's going to be a great edge rusher because it took him some time. It took him some time to get out his own head and to start maturing more. But for the Giants, I think this can be a team that can be a competitive team, a very good competitive team, young competitive team next year, and just hopefully build on get some more wins, and hopefully by this time next year, probably in contention for a wild card spot.
It's crazy because I think
Yeah, I like that.
how
I
y'all
like that a lot.
how y'all handle how y'all handled y'all team and how the Bengals handled their team. I almost think y'all should have swapped, bro. To be honest, like Bengals scapegoated the DC, kept the coach, blamed it on the injuries. Y'all, I mean, y'all got rid of y'all DC too, but y'all probably should have got
Oh,
rid of
he has
y'all.
to
Y'all
go.
probably shouldn't have got rid of y'all coach or kept y'all coach. I don't. I think that the approaches almost should have shifted. I think y'all had something good going with Dart and fucking Dayball until the injuries hit y'all. I think y'all are actually one of the teams that injuries actually hit y'all, and
Yeah,
I think they just kind of wanted to get rid of Dayball anyway. But they, you know,
just messed up the entire season because especially the Chargers game where like that was Dart's first game and like when Malik went down, that was a bummer because I felt like I wanted to see the connection between Malik and Dart grow throughout the season. Then when Scalaboo went down against the
yeah.
Eagles, that's just told me that yeah, just lose every game possible, but making competitive. But you know, great a season that could be better, but great future ahead of us. That's all I gotta say.
I ain't gonna lie. Dart and Scatterboo just gotta get better in terms of protecting themselves.
So, do
I don't
you
know
guys
Scatterboo. Like
to the
Scatterboo probably won't change his play style,
not he
where he
definitely
just
won't.
like but Dart got to get better at protecting himself.
But I
And
think
and
Scottaboo
this
play
won't
style is
happen,
what
but
makes him so
like
good, though,
yeah, yeah, but and then they had
or
to
at least
fix
as
that
good as he
trash ass
is.
field of theirs, bruh. Like MetLife has taken too many careers, bro, for them to still roll with that
They
field.
gotta pull it. They gotta pull the Steelers, bro. They gotta get that holy water blessing before.
Thank God. I don't think we play there next. I think we play them at home next year. Thank
Yeah,
God.
we go back to Detroit next year again.
Thankfully.
And
So,
then
Yeah,
we
bruh.
those of you who aren't Giants fans, do y'all think Dart is a franchise QB?
Who Dart?
He
Yeah.
don't play like he want to be one.
He's shown enough in the year. I mean, in his yeah, he's shown
He's
enough to.
shown that he's a guy that you can win games with in this league. Does that equal being a franchise quarterback? I don't know yet. I haven't seen enough yet where I can say that. But you can win
I
games with him.
think he's shown enough to you for you to want to see obviously more of him next year in the next few years to see what he
Right.
turns into, especially I mean, he had essentially his offensive coordinator and head coach because I think Dayball called the plays get fired mid-season
Yep.
right after the team his offense kind of fell apart from with injuries. So I definitely think it'll be interesting. He deserves a year to see what he looks like when things are healthy, when he actually has consistent play calling coming in, obviously, and then also he did not start the season. So, with a full off
yeah.
season coming in, knowing that you're the guy, that it's you, your offense. with the head coach. Um, I think he's deserved that. He just doesn't play. And when I say he doesn't play like he wants to be one, the nigga plays very reckless. And like, I don't know if he's going to allow himself to be one. I think he could. But I think if he keeps getting injured, the Giants and other teams are going to shy away from him, despite his talent. So I think he's talented. What level, I don't know. But
I saw a rumor. I don't
you have
know
to play
how
a little bit
true it was.
smarter.
But I saw a rumor about them, like about Charlie Weiss, his old guy that he was with
I
at Ole
saw that and
Miss.
I think that'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't.
Them getting Weiss
I saw the other
from
rumor.
LSU.
Other rumor. I don't know if that. I liked it because I think for him that Charlie would probably give Jackson Dart plays to protect himself from like running a lot and give him like plays that he knows that he ran in college that Dart can just implement into the NFL and just become the Dart that he was in college. But it's a good rumor. But if Charlie Rice decides to come over to join to the NFL and probably be Dart's OC or potentially a head coach, then I don't mind it because it's the comfortability factor with him. But we can move on. We don't have to talk about the Giants no more.
All right. Josiah, I appreciate that. D-Night, did you want to close it out with the Chiefs? And then I'm going to have to get up out of here. Just recapping the
Yeah,
season. Yeah, pretty much it.
it'll be very quick. We have specific issues on the defense that we have to solve, specifically along the defensive line. The DB room also is in flux as far as safety is concerned, and really the linebacker room too, because we've got Leo's a free agent. I think we should move on from Drew. Um, Obviously, not the season we wanted to have happen. It just could never get Xavier really healthy because of his shoulder injury that happened week one. Rasheed Rice obviously missed the time and then went out later on in the year with the concussions, and you lost Mahomes at a certain point as well. There need to be major overhauls as far as the offensive system is concerned. I know it'll be a question mark as far as the draft pick, early draft pick. It's nice to be able to pick high up in the rounds after not having this ability, obviously, for the last however many years. So it's just nice to be able to get a blue chip talent. I am looking at defensive line help first and foremost, and then an offensive weapon behind that. And so we'll see what ends up falling to us. But a few things that certainly need to change to get us back to our championship standard for sure. But I won't belabor that point at all.
All right, short, sweet, and simple. Shout out to everybody that spoke on.
Hey, D-Mac, I want to say, bro, y'all weird for what y'all did, bro. Cool though.
I don't know what we were here for.
Y'all should have won that fucking game, bro. We could get nice.
Look, we were starting two tackles that hadn't played a high school football snap. Crystal Wilkins out there, and then we had to sign Shane Rousseau behind him. I'd love. I'm obviously I made the jokes about us tanking and wanted us to tank. I wanted us to lose this game, and I was happy that we did. But truthfully, I don't think that they were trying to tank. I think that it was just the guys they had to run out there. And that's unfortunately kind of indicative of how the season went. To be perfectly honest with you.
I think that's the most points ever with no touchdowns or something with all field
Yeah,
goals.
yeah, all field goals, and there's
Drew,
and the safety and the safety. Don't forget the safety.
I'm scared y'all would because y'all right before the Bengals. But let me ask you, would you not? I'm pretty sure you are. You would take Caleb at now, huh?
You said Caleb.
Yeah.
I mean, if the other defensive linemen are gone, both wide receivers are gone. If they ended up settling on Caleb, I can understand it. Um, Man, I think that Caleb's a really good prospect, specifically the type of nickel that you do take because of what he can provide for your defensive scheme. I'm just not sure if that would be the best pick for us. But I mean, behind other prospects, Bain, Bailey, um, obviously
I
Tyson
would take
Tate.
Tate over.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
would take Tate over him as well.
For the Chiefs offense, I would.
But yeah, that's how I feel about it. If it's Downs, I'm not going to be upset. He just wouldn't be my, first pick because I do truly believe we need offensive weapon or defensive line help first and foremost.
All right, appreciate that, brother. Not even just him, everybody that came up here and spoke. As far as the team that's not making the playoffs anymore, and tomorrow more things will be picked up as well. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the top 10 teams headed to the playoffs, looking at all the playoff matchups, maybe giving predictions that day as well, and then also talk about some of these coaches that got fired and what does that mean for those particular teams: Cardinals, Falcons, Browns, and more. And that'll be also picking up college basketball and NBA tomorrow as well. And I'll make it all work. And the show will be longer a little bit tomorrow, probably like 11 to 3:30, 11 to 4 actually tomorrow. So, thank y'all for all the support today. I got to make some runs. Peace, blessings, and love. I wish y'all the best, and I'll see everybody tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. If y'all want to have open talks, y'all can have open talks in the open talks